For thousands of years, Antarctica remained a place of legend, a landmass drawn on maps long before anyone had ever seen it. A place explorers believed must exist to balance the Earth. But when explorers finally reached it, they discovered the most hostile, mysterious place on the planet. A continent buried under ice up to 5 kilometers thick. A land so vast it could hide entire mountain ranges, lakes, or even civilizations, and no one would ever know. Even today, Antarctica remains the most restricted place on Earth. You cannot just travel freely across it. There are no permanent cities, no families, no nations, only secretive research bases spread across the ice like outposts on another world. Why is this continent so heavily guarded? Why are certain areas off-limits to the public? And what secrets could be buried beneath the endless ice? This is where our journey begins. The Forbidden Continent, the most mysterious place on Earth.
Long before satellites, before explorers even reached Antarctica, mysterious maps were drawn that seemed to show the continent's coastline without ice. The most famous of them is the Piri Reis map, created in 1513 by a Turkish admiral. It shows South America, Africa, and at the very bottom, a landmass that looks exactly like Antarctica. But here's the mystery. Antarctica wasn't officially discovered until 1820. So how did a 16th century mapmaker draw it with such precision? Even stranger, some researchers claim the Piri Reis map shows Antarctica's true landmass beneath the ice, something we only confirmed with modern technology in the 20th century. Could this mean that ancient civilizations had knowledge of Antarctica long before us? Did they have maps or even advanced technology that has since been lost? Or did someone visit this frozen land thousands of years ago when it was free of ice? The Piri Reis map remains one of the most controversial artifacts in history. A clue, perhaps, that Antarctica's secrets go back much further than we imagine.
For centuries, people have searched for the lost city of Atlantis, a powerful civilization said to have vanished in a single day and night. Most believe it's just a myth. But what if Atlantis didn't disappear? What if it's buried under Antarctica's ice? Some scientists have discovered signs that Antarctica wasn't always frozen. Millions of years ago, it may have been a lush green land, filled with forests, rivers, even entire ecosystems. And ancient myths speak of a great civilization in the far south, wiped out by sudden cataclysm. Satellite images of Antarctica have revealed strange geometric shapes, massive structures under the ice, and even what look like pyramids. Could these be the remains of a city? Could Atlantis be sleeping, locked away for thousands of years, waiting to be rediscovered? If true, it would mean history as we know it is wrong, that advanced civilizations existed long before we believe they did, and that Antarctica is hiding humanity's greatest lost secret.
Antarctica is the coldest, driest, most lifeless place on Earth today. But hidden beneath its ice, scientists have found proof that it was once the exact opposite. In the mountains of Antarctica, researchers uncovered fossilized trees, perfectly preserved leaves, and even pollen. Some fossils are over 250 million years old, dating back to a time when Antarctica was covered in dense tropical forests. Even stranger, traces of these forests were found deep under the ice, far from the coast. This suggests entire jungles, with giant ferns, insects, and dinosaurs once thrived where endless glaciers now stretch. But here's the mystery. Some fossils look much younger than they should, as if forests may have existed much more recently than scientists admit. Could Antarctica have been ice-free in human times? If so, what else might still be preserved down there? Ruins, cities, even civilizations. Antarctica hides not only ice, but the frozen memory of Earth's forgotten past.
Deep beneath Antarctica's ice, scientists drill for ice cores, cylinders of frozen history, holding air and particles trapped for hundreds of thousands of years. But sometimes these cores contain something far stranger: living organisms. Incredibly, researchers have revived microbes that were frozen for millions of years. Tiny forms of life, sleeping in the ice since before humans even existed, suddenly awakened in a lab. These organisms can survive in extreme cold, with no sunlight, no oxygen, and barely any food. Some are completely unknown to science, unique to Antarctica, and possibly unlike anything else on Earth. The discovery is both fascinating and terrifying. If ancient life can survive hidden in the ice, what else could be down there? Unknown bacteria, strange viruses, or maybe even life forms we cannot yet imagine. Antarctica is not just frozen land. It's a giant time capsule, and every drill could release something from a forgotten world.
Hidden among the endless ice and mountains of Antarctica, strange, perfectly triangular peaks rise above the snow. To the eye, they look almost identical to the pyramids of Egypt or Mexico. Some researchers insist they are just natural formations, sharp mountains shaped by wind and ice. But others believe differently. The angles are too perfect, the symmetry too precise. Could they be the remains of ancient pyramids, built thousands of years ago, before Antarctica froze? Satellite images have fueled speculation, showing not one, but several pyramid-like structures scattered across the icy continent. If these are man-made, it would rewrite everything we know about history. It would mean an advanced civilization once lived here, capable of building monuments to rival the greatest wonders of the world. And the biggest question: if these pyramids are real, what lies beneath them, buried under kilometers of ice?
What if Antarctica was once home to a great civilization, a culture so advanced it vanished from history without a trace? Legends across the world speak of lands swallowed by ice and floods, from Plato's tale of Atlantis to South American myths of a great southern land where gods once lived, to even old maps that seem to show Antarctica long before it was discovered. Some researchers suggest that Antarctica could be the true home of these lost civilizations, a place where humans, or perhaps something older, once thrived, until a sudden cataclysm buried it all beneath endless ice. Could entire cities, temples, and monuments still be preserved under the frozen continent, locked away in ice for thousands of years, waiting to be uncovered? If true, then Antarctica may not just be a frozen wasteland. It could be the final resting place of humanity's forgotten history.
Satellite images of Antarctica have revealed strange shapes beneath the ice. Rectangular shadows, straight lines, even what appear to be walls and foundations, impossible patterns for nature to create.
Some researchers believe these could be stone structures, the remains of buildings buried deep beneath glaciers. If true, it means entire settlements once stood here, later swallowed by ice and time. In some locations, explorers have even reported finding strange rocks and formations that look carved, not natural. Blocks stacked as if by human hands. Doorway-like openings in cliffs. Geometric patterns hidden in snow. Are these just tricks of the landscape, or evidence of a lost architecture? Ancient cities entombed beneath the frozen continent? If Antarctica truly hides stone structures, it would mean that history has been deliberately covered up, and that the most important ruins on Earth may not be in Egypt or Mesopotamia, but under the eternal ice of the South.
Over the years, curious researchers have scoured Google Earth and satellite maps of Antarctica, and what they've found is unsettling. Vast, dark shapes beneath the snow, perfect circles, long, straight corridors, and enormous rectangular outlines, far larger than any building known to man. Some of these forms stretch for kilometers, as if entire complexes are hidden under the ice. In certain regions, images suddenly become blurred or blacked out, as though something is being deliberately censored. Why? Are these just natural formations distorted by ice and shadows? Or are we looking at the remains of megalithic structures so massive they rival the pyramids and stone cities of the ancient world? Every year, more of these shapes are spotted, yet no official explanation is ever given. It leaves us with one haunting possibility. Antarctica may be concealing an entire world of ruins that governments don't want us to see.
High-resolution satellite images of Antarctica have revealed something chilling. Giant, dark openings in the sides of mountains, surrounded by endless ice. Some of these entrances measure over 100 meters wide, big enough for planes or even massive machines to pass through. They appear in remote, restricted regions far from any research station. Are they natural caves? Or could they be man-made tunnels leading deep under the continent? Conspiracy researchers believe these entrances may connect to vast underground bases, perhaps built by Nazis, secret governments, or even something far older. Others whisper of hidden hangars where strange aircraft or UFOs could be concealed. The most mysterious part, many of these supposed cave entrances are located in areas that are off-limits to the public. You can't go there. You can't even fly near them. So the question remains, why do these enormous entrances exist? And who or what is using them?
In some rare ice-free regions of Antarctica, explorers and researchers have reported something extraordinary. Carvings and patterns on exposed rocks, eerily similar to petroglyphs found in ancient cultures around the world. Swirling symbols, geometric lines, figures that almost look like people, animals, or gods. If these markings are real, they raise unsettling questions. Who carved them in a land supposedly untouched by humans until modern times? Could ancient civilizations have reached Antarctica long before explorers ever mapped it? Some believe these carvings might be a form of prehistoric writing left by a forgotten people. Others suggest they could be evidence of contact with beings not of this world. The strangest detail? These alleged symbols often resemble designs found in South America, Australia, and even Egypt, as if a single global culture once left its mark on Antarctica too. If true, then the frozen continent may be the missing link in humanity's shared ancient past.
Hidden beneath 4 kilometers of solid ice, Lake Vostok is one of the largest subglacial lakes in the world. Sealed off from the surface for millions of years, it exists in total darkness under crushing pressure, an alien world beneath our feet. When Russian scientists drilled into the lake, they discovered something shocking: traces of unidentified DNA, organisms that do not match anything known to science, life forms that may have evolved in complete isolation for millions of years. But there are stranger rumors. Some whisper that researchers found far more than microbes, that they discovered complex life forms, perhaps even creatures unlike anything else on Earth. Official reports remain vague. Some scientists who worked on the project suddenly stopped speaking about it, and strangely, parts of the research remain classified. What is really hiding in Lake Vostok? A new branch of evolution? Or something so disturbing that the world isn't ready to know?
On paper, Antarctica is a land of peace. The Antarctic Treaty claims it belongs to no single nation, open to science and exploration. But the truth? Vast regions of the continent are off-limits, forbidden to ordinary explorers, researchers, and even pilots. Entire sectors are marked as restricted or no-fly zones. Planes that stray too close are ordered to turn back immediately. Even satellites often show blurred or censored imagery over these areas. What could be so secret in a land of ice and snow? Some say these zones hide ancient ruins, cities or pyramids buried under glaciers. Others claim they conceal military bases hidden from the world under the excuse of scientific research. And then there are the wildest theories, that deep within these banned zones lie entrances to underground worlds where unknown civilizations, or something not human, still exist. The official explanation? They say it's for safety and environmental protection. But to many, that sounds more like a cover story to keep the greatest secrets of Antarctica locked away from human eyes.
During World War II, Nazi Germany launched mysterious expeditions to Antarctica. Officially, they were exploring and mapping, but rumors say otherwise. The Nazis allegedly discovered vast ice-free valleys, warm water lakes, and enormous cave systems hidden beneath the continent. It said they built a secret base there, codenamed Base 211, a fortress buried under the ice where advanced technology was developed in secrecy. According to conspiracy lore, this was where the Nazis tested their mysterious flying discs, machines that looked eerily like UFOs. Some believe they even discovered something ancient already hidden beneath Antarctica and tried to harness its power. After the war, Allied forces reportedly searched for this base, but nothing was ever officially found. Yet the rumors never died. Some even claim remnants of this base still exist today, guarded and concealed. If true, Antarctica may not just be the final battleground of World War II, but the place where humanity's most dangerous secrets were buried forever.
In 1946, just after World War II, the United States launched Operation Highjump, the largest expedition ever sent to Antarctica. It involved 4,700 men, 13 ships, and dozens of aircraft. Officially, it was a scientific mission, but the scale looked more like an invasion force. The operation was cut short after only a few months. Admiral Richard Byrd, the leader of the mission, later made strange statements, warning that the U.S. must prepare against enemies that could fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. What did he encounter in Antarctica? Some believe Byrd's fleet clashed with unknown forces, possibly remnants of the Nazi base or something even more advanced. There are claims of flying discs attacking the expedition, forcing them to retreat. Officially, the mission ended due to bad weather. But why send an entire armada to a frozen wasteland, and why end it so suddenly? Operation Highjump remains one of the most suspicious military events in history, and it points straight to Antarctica's hidden secrets.
For decades, strange objects have been spotted flying over the frozen continent. Pilots report glowing disks darting across the horizon. Satellite images occasionally reveal strange shadows, cigar-shaped objects hovering just above the ice. In some cases, these UFOs seem to emerge from the ocean itself, rising from beneath the ice sheets and vanishing into the sky at impossible speeds. Military reports remain classified, but whispers suggest that Antarctica could be a hub of extraterrestrial activity. Some theorists even claim that beneath the ice lies a hidden alien base, and the sightings are simply glimpses of their craft entering and leaving. What makes it more suspicious? Many UFO reports occur near restricted zones where normal flights aren't allowed, almost as if these areas are being protected or covered up. So is Antarctica just a frozen desert, or is it the launch pad of unknown technology flying silently above the most secretive place on Earth? Some researchers and explorers claim that Antarctica may hide more than just ice and rock. It may conceal a gateway to the inside of the Earth itself. Legends speak of vast openings at the poles, hidden entrances leading to enormous underground worlds, a place where ancient civilizations, advanced beings, or even entire ecosystems exist in secrecy. Admiral Richard Byrd himself reportedly wrote of flying over a massive hole in Antarctica, seeing lands full of greenery, rivers, and even signs of life where none should exist. If true, this would mean Antarctica is not just a frozen wasteland, but the doorway to another world. The Hollow Earth theory suggests an advanced society lives beneath us, shielded from the surface by miles of ice and rock. Some even believe UFOs spotted over Antarctica are not alien at all, but craft from this hidden inner world, coming and going through the polar entrances. Could Antarctica be the greatest secret of all, the border between our reality and a hidden Earth within? Amid the endless ice, satellite photos have revealed something shocking: perfectly triangular mountains that look strikingly like pyramids. Some are so precise in shape that they appear man-made, with sharp edges and symmetrical sides that rise above the snow like ancient monuments. Mainstream scientists call them nunataks, natural peaks sticking out of the ice. But conspiracy researchers believe these are true pyramids, built by a lost civilization thousands of years ago, before Antarctica froze over. Could these be the remnants of an ancient culture, older than Egypt, hidden under kilometers of ice? Some say they are even larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Theories go further, that these pyramids may not just be monuments, but markers, possibly hiding entrances to underground chambers or even advanced technology buried within. If true, Antarctica could be home to the oldest pyramids on Earth, rewriting history as we know it.
Centuries before modern exploration, cartographers drew maps that still baffle historians. The most famous is the Piri-Reis map, created in 1513. It shows the coast of South America, Africa, and something shocking: Antarctica without ice. But how could a 16th century mapmaker chart a continent that wasn't even officially discovered until 1820? And more importantly, how did he draw it as if it were free of ice? Scientists say Antarctica has been covered in ice for millions of years, yet the Piri Reis map and others like the Orontius Phineas map suggest someone long ago had detailed knowledge of the continent's true shape. Who created these original source maps? An unknown ancient civilization? Seafaring explorers lost to history? Or perhaps beings with knowledge far beyond our own? If these maps are accurate, then Antarctica once held ice-free lands, coastlines, and maybe even civilizations that thrived before the ice buried them forever. Over the years, scientists working in Antarctica have made strange discoveries, findings that quickly vanish from public reports. Some researchers have spoken of giant fossils, bones far too large to belong to any known species. Others mention strange metallic objects found deep in the ice cores, objects that look manufactured, not natural. There are even rumors of researchers encountering ancient ruins, only to have their work classified and their teams ordered to stop. One anonymous account tells of a group of scientists who drilled deep into the ice, only to uncover what looked like a man-made structure. Shortly after, the site was sealed and the team was flown out of Antarctica under military escort. Why the secrecy? If Antarctica is just ice and snow, why silence discoveries? Perhaps because these finds point to a truth too big and too dangerous for the world to know. It leaves us with one haunting thought. Antarctica may already have revealed its secrets, but those who know are keeping them locked away. In East Antarctica, there's a glacier that bleeds. From deep within the ice, a stream of bright red liquid pours out, staining the snow like a wound in the earth. Scientists call it blood falls. The official explanation: the water comes from an ancient underground lake rich in iron. When exposed to oxygen, the iron rusts, turning the water blood red. But conspiracy theorists aren't convinced. Some believe blood falls is a sign of something alive deep beneath the glacier, a hidden ecosystem, or even something otherworldly seeping out from below. Others suggest it could be the leaking remnants of a buried facility or evidence of geothermal vents that connect to secret underground worlds. The truth is, no one fully understands it. The Red River keeps flowing as if the continent itself is alive and bleeding. Blood Falls stands as one of Antarctica's most eerie sights, a reminder that beneath the ice there may be things far stranger than science dares to admit. Beyond the famous ice pyramids seen in satellite images, whispers speak of something far darker: the Black Pyramids of Antarctica. Allegedly, deep within restricted zones, explorers and military insiders have described giant black structures rising from the snow like obsidian monuments. Unlike natural peaks, these shapes are said to be smooth, symmetrical, and aligned to the stars, just like the pyramids of Giza. According to some accounts, researchers who stumbled across them were quickly removed, their findings classified. Even satellite images of certain pyramid-shaped formations are suspiciously blurred. What makes them terrifying is not just their size, but their impossible location. Why would pyramids exist in the middle of Antarctica, a land supposedly untouched by ancient civilizations?
Some say they are remnants of a forgotten global culture built before the Earth shifted and froze. Others believe they may be far older, structures not made by human hands. If the Black Pyramids are real, then Antarctica may not just hold secrets of the past, but the keys to humanity's true origins.
For years, satellites and research teams have reported something bizarre: mysterious lights shining from beneath Antarctica's ice. These are not natural reflections of the sun. Some appear as glowing orbs, pulsing deep under the surface, far from any human settlement. Pilots flying over remote zones have also spoken of strange flashes below, as if something is moving under the ice, glowing like a beacon in the darkness. What could cause this? Scientists suggest geothermal activity, rare chemical reactions, or even cracks in the ice letting light through. But others believe these are signs of something hidden: underground bases illuminated with artificial light, energy sources left behind by an advanced civilization, or perhaps non-human activity thriving where no human should be. If these lights are real, then Antarctica is not silent. Something or someone may be alive beneath the frozen continent, and it's trying to get our attention.
Although the Antarctic Treaty forbids military activity, evidence suggests otherwise. Rumors swirl of underground installations built under the disguise of research stations. Whistleblowers and leaked documents hint at experiments with advanced propulsion systems, energy weapons, even climate manipulation technology. Why test these projects in Antarctica? Because it's remote, uninhabited, and hidden under endless ice, the perfect cover. Some even claim parts of Antarctica are used for joint international projects involving multiple governments, all working together in secrecy. But secrecy breeds suspicion. Are these military projects designed to protect humanity or to control it? The scariest rumors suggest that some of these experiments may not even be human in origin, but based on technology discovered beneath the ice. If true, Antarctica is not just a frozen wasteland. It's the testing ground for the weapons of tomorrow.
Rumors have long circulated that beneath Antarctica's ice lies a buried city, a metropolis frozen in time. Whistleblowers claim that satellite scans revealed grid-like patterns, streets and structures buried under kilometers of ice. Some leaked accounts describe entire complexes, stone walls, stairways, and even giant statues hidden in caverns deep below the surface. There are whispers that world powers already know of this discovery, but keep it secret to avoid rewriting history. Because if true, it would mean advanced civilizations once thrived in Antarctica. Human history is far older than we're told, and that ancient technology may still be buried, waiting to be uncovered. Some believe this city is none other than Atlantis, swallowed not by the ocean, but by ice. The most haunting thought? What if this city isn't just ruins? What if something or someone still lives there beneath the ice? Over the years, military insiders, contractors, and scientists have come forward with shocking claims that hidden beneath Antarctica are not just ice caves, but ancient ruins of unknown origin. One whistleblower described being escorted into a massive cavern where towering walls of stone and intricate carvings stretched into the darkness. Another claimed to have seen frozen bodies, not human, but humanoid, preserved in crystal-clear ice. There are even accounts of gigantic machines buried beneath the continent, as if an advanced civilization left behind technology beyond our comprehension.
Most of these testimonies vanish quickly, dismissed as fiction or conspiracy, but the patterns are always the same: forbidden ruins, non-human relics, and governments working in secrecy to cover it all up. If these stories are even partly true, then Antarctica isn't just a continent of ice, it's an ancient museum of the impossible, one that the world isn't allowed to see.
Antarctica was not always a frozen wasteland. Millions of years ago, it was lush, covered in forests, rivers, and possibly life forms unlike anywhere else on Earth. In recent decades, scientists drilling into the ice have reportedly uncovered fossils that defy explanation. Whispers tell of enormous skeletal remains, far larger than any known animal. Others mention strange imprints, creatures that don't match any species in the fossil record. One anonymous source even claimed the discovery of humanoid fossils, suggesting that intelligent beings may have once walked the Antarctic continent long before humans appeared elsewhere. Official reports mention only plants, microbes, and small animals. But if larger, stranger fossils exist, why keep them hidden? Because such a discovery would rewrite human history and challenge everything we believe about evolution. Could Antarctica be the graveyard of a forgotten era? Or proof that Earth once hosted life forms that science dares not admit?
Some researchers believe Antarctica may be more than just ice and rock. It may be a giant storage vault. The theory suggests that buried deep under the glaciers are cryogenic chambers designed to preserve life, technology, or even entire beings in suspended animation. According to certain whistleblowers, secret expeditions have uncovered massive metallic doors leading into ice caverns where perfectly preserved bodies, not human, lie in frozen stasis. Others claim advanced technology has been found alongside them, as if a forgotten civilization, or perhaps visitors from the stars, left their legacy here for safekeeping. Why Antarctica? Because the ice itself is the perfect natural freezer, capable of keeping something preserved for tens of thousands of years. If true, then Antarctica may not just hold the past, but seeds of the future, waiting to be awakened when the time is right. The haunting question is, what or who is sleeping under the ice?
In 1958, scientists conducting aerial surveys over Antarctica discovered something bizarre: massive magnetic anomalies buried beneath the ice sheet. One of the most famous is in Wilkesland, an area where instruments detected a gravitational and magnetic disturbance so huge it spans over 300 kilometers wide. Some believe this anomaly could be caused by a gigantic meteorite buried under the ice, but others suggest it may be something far stranger. Theorists claim it could be the remains of a massive underground structure, possibly a city or even a technological complex. Some go further, saying it might be the entrance to an ancient underground base hidden from humanity for thousands of years. The fact that governments show little interest in publicly explaining this anomaly only deepens the mystery. Why ignore something so massive unless it reveals more than we're supposed to know? Is Wilkesland hiding a natural wonder or the largest buried structure ever discovered on Earth?
During World War II, the British launched a mission to Antarctica called Operation Tabarin. Officially, it was described as a scientific research expedition, but hidden behind the science was a military objective to establish secret bases in Antarctica.
What makes this operation suspicious is how much about it remains classified, even today. Documents that have been released suggest that the mission's true goal was not just research, but surveillance of enemy activity and possibly investigating mysterious phenomena reported in the region. Some theories claim Operation Tabarin uncovered evidence of Nazi activity in Antarctica, including underground facilities and strange technology. Others whisper that British forces stumbled upon ancient ruins, discoveries too shocking to ever be revealed. Why keep 80-year-old files secret if they were only studying penguins and ice? The secrecy suggests that what was truly found in Antarctica during the war was far beyond science and far too dangerous to reveal.
Scattered across Antarctica are bizarre, dome-shaped formations rising above the ice. To the untrained eye, they look like simple hills, but satellite images reveal something unsettling. Many of them are perfectly rounded, with smooth curves that nature rarely creates. Some researchers believe these could be collapsed structures, ancient buildings or hangars now buried beneath layers of snow. Others claim they may hide entrances to underground chambers, camouflaged beneath the frozen surface. One of the most mysterious examples is known as the Antarctic Dome Anomaly, a structure so symmetrical it looks like a massive radar dish or an artificial shelter. Strangely, this area is marked as restricted, with little to no public data available. Could these domes be natural ice formations? Or are they the last visible signs of a forgotten technology, now sealed away in the most remote place on Earth? Every dome whispers the same chilling question: what lies beneath them?
Antarctica is the best place on Earth to find meteorites. Thousands have been discovered, but some of the most mysterious ones seem to vanish from the record. In 1984, scientists found meteorite known as ALH 84001. At first, it seemed like just another space rock, but when NASA studied it, they discovered something shocking inside: microscopic structures resembling fossils of bacteria. If true, this meant the meteorite carried evidence of alien life, and it had been buried in Antarctic ice for thousands of years. The discovery was announced to the world, but soon after, a wave of scientific doubt was pushed forward. Some believe this was a deliberate attempt to bury the truth, that proof of life beyond Earth was already in human hands. Even more disturbing are whispers of classified meteorite finds that never reached the public. If ALH 84001 was revealed by accident, how many other meteorites with secrets of life or technology are hidden away by governments? Could Antarctica be the place where not just Earth's history, but the universe's secrets are frozen in time?
In 1513, the Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis created a world map that continues to baffle historians. Why? Because it seems to show the coastline of Antarctica centuries before it was officially discovered. Even more mysterious, the map depicts Antarctica without ice, revealing mountain ranges and valleys that match modern surveys taken with radar. But how could a 16th century sailor know what Antarctica looked like beneath its frozen surface? Some argue he copied from older maps, perhaps drawn from knowledge passed down from a lost civilization. Others believe it's evidence that ancient cultures once explored Antarctica before the ice covered it. What makes it stranger is that parts of the Piri Reis map were deliberately destroyed, leaving only fragments behind.
What knowledge was erased and why? The existence of such a map suggests that Antarctica wasn't always a mystery. It may have been known, mapped, and perhaps even inhabited long before modern history admits.
In the heart of Antarctica lies a glacier that seems to bleed. From its frozen white surface, a stream of deep red water pours out, staining the ice like an open wound. It's called Blood Falls. For decades, scientists couldn't explain it. Was it algae? Was it a hidden lake of strange minerals? Eventually, researchers discovered that the red color comes from iron-rich water trapped beneath the glacier for millions of years. But here's the eerie part. The water contains unique microbes that survive without sunlight or oxygen, feeding off chemical reactions no other known life can endure. To many, this discovery is more than just biology. It's proof that life can survive in the harshest, most alien conditions imaginable. If it thrives under Antarctica's ice, could similar life exist on other frozen worlds like Europa or Mars? And some theorists go even further. Was this life always alien, carried here from space on a meteorite, waiting beneath the Antarctic ice until we finally found it? Blood Falls isn't just a natural wonder. It may be a message from another world, written in red across the white ice.
Beneath nearly 4 kilometers of solid ice lies Lake Vostok, one of the largest subglacial lakes in the world. It's been sealed off from the surface for millions of years, untouched by sunlight, air, or human presence. When Russian scientists drilled down to sample its waters, what they found was beyond belief. DNA signatures of thousands of unknown organisms, many of which do not match anything else on Earth. Some scientists say these are simply extreme forms of bacteria, but others whisper that Lake Vostok might be home to life completely foreign to our planet's evolutionary tree. The secrecy around the Russian drilling only deepened suspicions. In 2012, after the first successful penetration of the lake, communication with the research team was suddenly cut off. Rumors spread that something was discovered, something so shocking it was immediately classified. Some claim ancient ruins or even a buried craft might rest at the bottom of Lake Vostok. Others believe it's a natural laboratory where alien microbes have thrived for millennia. Whatever is down there, it has remained hidden for ages, and perhaps it was meant to stay that way.
In 2012, satellite images of Antarctica stunned the world. Among the endless fields of ice, people spotted giant pyramid-like structures, rising sharply with near-perfect symmetry. The largest of these so-called Antarctic pyramids is nearly 4,000 meters high, rivaling the tallest mountains of the continent. Skeptics say these are just natural peaks, shaped by wind and ice. But their geometry, sharp edges, triangular faces, is suspiciously precise. Conspiracy theorists suggest these pyramids could be the remains of an ancient civilization that thrived in Antarctica before it was buried in ice. Others wonder if they are markers left by an advanced intelligence, perhaps guiding travelers long before modern humans. And here's the strange part. Expeditions near these formations are restricted, with little to no public exploration allowed. Why forbid people from examining what should be just mountains? If true, the pyramids of Antarctica may not only rewrite history, they could prove that our planet has secrets we were never meant to uncover.
Hidden in rumors and scattered reports are claims that explorers have found human-like mummies buried in the Antarctic ice. Some describe them as ordinary humans, perfectly preserved by the cold. explorers who vanished centuries ago, but others tell a darker story. According to secret files and leaked testimonies, some of these frozen bodies are not fully human. Strange proportions, elongated skulls, and unusual bone structures suggest they may belong to an unknown race or something older than humanity itself. Whistleblowers have hinted that certain expeditions recovered these remains and immediately sealed them away in government vaults. One theory suggests they were the inhabitants of a civilization that lived in Antarctica before the Ice Age swallowed it whole. Another claims they may be the remains of visitors from elsewhere who never left the icy continent. Why are there no official records of these discoveries? Why are scientists forbidden from searching deeper into some areas of the continent? The frozen mummies may hold the answers to humanity's forgotten past, or to an alien chapter of history we were never supposed to read.
The Antarctic wind howls like a phantom, whipping across endless white plains, carrying with it secrets buried under miles of ice. Here, even the most advanced technology can vanish without a trace. Over the decades, reports have surfaced of research equipment mysteriously disappearing from stations, sometimes entire planes vanishing mid-flight. Imagine a scientific team unloading crates of high-tech instruments only to find them gone the next morning. No footprints, no signs of struggle, nothing. Some claim that advanced satellites capable of tracking anything within thousands of miles have suddenly gone blind over certain regions of the continent. Planes that were supposed to transport researchers safely back to civilization sometimes never make it to their destination. The wreckage is never found. Some pilots have whispered about strange magnetic anomalies interfering with navigation, and others describe sudden whiteout conditions that appear impossibly fast, like nature itself is closing off certain areas. Whispers among veteran Antarctic explorers speak of entire zones where no equipment or aircraft should ever enter, regions the official maps barely acknowledge. Are these simply accidents in one of the harshest environments on Earth, or is something or someone deliberately keeping outsiders away? Footage of abandoned stations, empty hangars, and scattered personal items adds to the eerie narrative. In a land where survival depends on precision and preparation, losing even a small piece of equipment could be fatal. Yet some items simply vanish as if swallowed by the ice itself. The question remains, are these losses the cost of extreme weather and human error? Or is Antarctica hiding something far more deliberate and sinister?
Beneath the endless sheets of ice, rumors whisper of places no map dares to show, a network of secret bases hidden near the South Pole. Some claim these bases are remnants of Cold War-era experiments, abandoned yet still operational, manned by unseen personnel. Others insist they are modern facilities, cloaked in military secrecy, where the world's most advanced technology is tested far from prying eyes. Explorers and pilots tell stories of strange lights flickering on the horizon during long polar nights. Satellites sometimes capture shadows that move unnaturally under the ice, formations that don't match any natural structures. And there are the missing expeditions, teams that went in with full support and never came back, whose last coordinates point straight toward these forbidden zones. Some theorists suggest that these bases could even extend beneath the ice, hollowed into massive underground complexes, tunnels stretching for kilometers, housing equipment, laboratories, or something else. Rumors speak of massive underground hangars, frozen aircraft that shouldn't exist, and corridors lined with technology decades ahead of its time. Scientists are wary to speak publicly, But those who have worked near the pole report an unspoken rule: don't wander too far from the base perimeter and never question what lies beneath, for in a land ruled by ice and silence, curiosity can be deadly. And then there's the occasional odd satellite reading, areas where communication fails, radar glitches, and drones disappear as if swallowed by the ice. Could these be natural anomalies or the result of something deliberately hidden? Some say the truth about Antarctica is not just locked under ice, it's buried in secrecy so deep that even time itself can't touch it. The question lingers: what is so important that nations would go to such lengths to conceal it? And who, if anyone, dares to enter these icy fortresses? In 1959, the world signed the Antarctic Treaty, pledging that the frozen continent would be used solely for peaceful research. On paper, it promised cooperation, science, and transparency. But behind the diplomatic niceties, whispers of conspiracy have never died. Some believe the treaty is less about peace and science and more about control. By limiting military activity and restricting territorial claims, the treaty creates a perfect cover for secret operations. Certain areas are effectively off-limits, not because of ice or danger, but because powerful nations don't want anyone snooping around what's hidden beneath the glaciers. Declassified documents, when pieced together, hint at covert missions and unusual research projects that don't appear in official reports. Some expeditions were funded not for science, but for reconnaissance, surveillance, and experiments whose purpose remains unclear. Satellite images show inconsistencies, lines and structures that vanish when examined later, as if erased from history. The conspiracy theories extend further. Some allege that the Antarctic Treaty was drafted to hide evidence of something ancient, something that predates human civilization. Others whisper about secret resources, vast mineral deposits, untapped oil, or even alien artifacts guarded under layers of ice and bureaucracy. Every time a journalist, scientist, or explorer edges too close to these truths, they vanish into the white silence, leaving only speculation behind. Some say the treaty is not a promise of peace. It's a global pact of silence, a shield protecting Antarctica's deepest mysteries from the eyes of the world. And the chilling thought remains that if what lies beneath Antarctica were ever revealed, it could rewrite history, challenge science, and shake the foundations of power itself.
Beneath Antarctica's endless ice lies a mountain range so massive, so ancient, that it rivals the Alps, but almost no human has ever seen it. The Gamburtsev subglacial mountains stretch over 1,200 kilometers, buried under up to 4 kilometers of ice. Their peaks rise like ghostly spires beneath the frozen surface, hidden from satellites, planes, and even the most advanced radar. Discovered in the 1950s, these mountains remain one of the planet's greatest enigmas. How could such massive peaks exist entirely under ice? Scientists theorize that the mountains were formed over 1 billion years ago, but their ice-covered state preserves secrets about the Earth's past. Ice cores drilled here reveal clues to ancient climates, telling a story that stretches back millions of years, yet much remains unknown. Even stranger, the Gamburtsev Mountains seem to have influenced the ice above in unusual ways. Satellite imagery shows strange patterns in ridges in the ice that almost mimic the mountain's hidden shape, as if the terrain itself is whispering from beneath. Some researchers suggest geothermal activity at the base keeps parts of the ice sheet surprisingly stable, creating a hidden world that may harbor unknown life forms. Expeditions into this region are rare, dangerous, and expensive. Each journey into the heart of the ice brings new questions. What mysteries lie buried beneath the frozen peaks? Could these mountains hide underground lakes, strange formations, or even remnants of ancient civilizations lost to time? In Antarctica, the surface is only the beginning. The true marvel and the true danger lies beneath, in places the human eye may never fully witness.
Hidden beneath kilometers of ice lies a chasm so vast it rivals the Grand Canyon, yet it's invisible to the naked eye. Known as the Ferrigno Rift, this colossal fissure stretches for hundreds of kilometers beneath Antarctica's ice sheet, a scar in the Earth that has been frozen in time for millions of years. Geologists discovered it through ice-penetrating radar, revealing a canyon deeper than any on the surface. Its walls are jagged, carved by forces long vanished, and the ice above bends and twists to mirror its hidden contours. Some scientists describe it as a frozen river of stone, a subterranean landscape so alien it seems more like another planet than our own. The Ferrigno Rift raises chilling questions. Could it harbor liquid water beneath the ice? Could unknown microbial life survive in its hidden depths, isolated for eons? Satellites hint at unusual heat signatures in certain areas, suggesting geothermal activity, maybe even underground lakes or rivers. Explorers fear it, scientists revere it, and conspiracy theorists whisper about what might be hidden down there: ancient relics, secret bases, or phenomena that defy explanation. Imagining this canyon in its full scale is almost impossible. Cliffs hundreds of meters high, valleys shrouded in eternal darkness, and a silence so profound it seems to absorb all sound. To set foot there is near impossible, yet the Ferrigno Rift continues to fascinate, reminding us that beneath Antarctica's frozen surface lies a world almost entirely unknown. It's a stark reminder: for every glacier and ice shelf we can see, there's a hidden realm beneath, waiting to reveal secrets that could change everything we thought we knew about our planet. Beneath Antarctica's frozen expanse, fire hides under ice. Subglacial volcanoes, mountains that should be dormant, lurk quietly beneath kilometers of frozen white. Though covered in ice, their heat and energy can reshape the landscape above, causing sudden melting, hidden lakes, and even shifts in massive glaciers. Scientists have identified dozens of these volcanoes, some still active, yet many remain unexplored. Imagine a mountain thousands of meters tall, completely hidden, its summit never touching the surface, yet radiating enough heat to carve out rivers beneath the ice. One misstep or a sudden eruption could trigger glacial collapses far from human eyes. Some of the most mysterious readings come from regions like Marie Birdland, where seismic activity hints at movements no one fully understands. Satellites pick up thermal anomalies in places that should be the coldest on Earth. Could this heat explain some of the ice's strange behavior? Or is there something far stranger hidden in these subglacial realms? Local folklore among scientists jokingly refers to these as ice dragons, volcanoes that breathe warmth under Antarctica's frozen surface. But the truth is chilling. Beneath the ice lies a dynamic, almost living system, where fire and ice clash, creating hidden lakes, molten pockets, and geological instability that humanity barely comprehends. And some theorists take it further. Could these volcanic hotspots be deliberately monitored or even exploited by hidden bases? Could they power unknown technology or explain strange satellite anomalies that defy conventional science? In Antarctica, every heat signature is a potential clue and sometimes a warning.
Beneath the frozen silence, the Earth is not asleep. It's restless, secretive, and waiting.
Far from the bustling research stations, on the icy fringes of Antarctica, rises a solitary peak, Gosberg. Unlike the jagged subglacial mountains, this volcanic cone actually pierces the ice, but its presence is more enigmatic than majestic. Towering silently over the frozen desert, Gosberg is not just a volcano, it's a warning. Discovered in the early 20th century, Gosberg is a relic of fiery times long past, yet it still radiates geothermal energy. The ice surrounding it is unusually thin, melting in strange, irregular patterns, as if the volcano is breathing through the frozen landscape. Scientists studying it report anomalies, small tremors, unusual gas emissions, and heat fluctuations that cannot be fully explained. Legends among early explorers tell of eerie glows at night, as if the volcano's heart flickers beneath the ice, and some claim to have heard strange hissing and rumbling when the Antarctic wind blows just right. Satellite imagery reveals dark patches around Gosberg that shift subtly over time, areas that seem to defy ordinary geological explanation. Some conspiracy theorists suggest that Gosberg could be more than natural, a potential access point to subglacial systems, maybe even underground bases. Could this volcanic fire have been harnessed by unknown forces? Or is it simply one of the many ways Antarctica reminds humanity that beneath its icy calm lies something raw, unpredictable, and alive? For centuries, Gosberg has stood alone, silent yet ominous, a fiery heart beating under a frozen world. And as the ice shifts and the climate changes, scientists wonder, what secrets will this lonely volcano reveal next?
Beneath Antarctica's blindingly white surface lies a hidden labyrinth, ice caves carved by nature over millennia. These frozen tunnels twist and turn for miles, shimmering in ghostly blues and greens, their walls slick with ancient ice that traps the whispers of time itself. Explorers who have ventured into these caves describe a world that feels alien. Stalactites of pure ice, floors that glow faintly from trapped air bubbles, and chambers so large they could hold skyscrapers. Every step echoes eerily, as if the caves themselves are alive, listening. Some tunnels open into hidden subglacial lakes, their still black waters reflecting the ice above like mirrors to another dimension. But these caves are as dangerous as they are beautiful. Sudden collapses, hidden crevices, and freezing water currents have claimed more than one expedition. Yet the allure is irresistible. Within the ice lie preserved secrets of Earth's past, trapped gases, ancient microbes, and sometimes strange formations that defy explanation. Scientists have discovered cave systems with temperatures and conditions capable of supporting life forms unknown to modern biology. Some researchers whisper about ghost chambers, inaccessible sections that appear on radar for brief moments before vanishing. Are these natural phenomena or something deliberately concealed beneath layers of ice? In Antarctica, the surface is only the beginning. Beneath the glaciers, these ice caves create a hidden world, a network of frozen corridors that stretch far beyond human imagination, holding mysteries that have survived eons of isolation, waiting for someone brave or foolish enough to uncover them.
Imagine standing on the vast expanse of the Ross Ice Shelf, a frozen desert stretching endlessly to the horizon. The wind is biting, the air thin, and beneath your feet, the ice hums. Not just creaking or cracking, but a deep, resonant vibration that seems almost alive.
Scientists call it the singing ice. These sounds are produced when massive ice sheets shift, crack, or interact with underlying currents, creating eerie vibrations that can travel for kilometers. But there's more than science behind the phenomenon. Explorers report hearing strange harmonics, low, almost musical tones that rise and fall, like the ice itself is breathing or calling out. Some even claim to have felt subtle pulses through the ground, as if the ice were alive, communicating in a language humanity cannot decipher. Seismographs placed across the shelf detect patterns that defy explanation, rhythms that repeat over days, sometimes coinciding with subtle magnetic anomalies. Could these be natural phenomena amplified by the sheer size and pressure of the ice? Or is something else hidden beneath? Geothermal activity, subterranean rivers, or even vast underground caverns resonating through the frozen expanse? Photographers and drone pilots have captured images of the ice vibrating almost imperceptibly, creating shimmering patterns across the surface. The phenomenon is mesmerizing and unnerving. In a place where silence should dominate, the ice itself sings a haunting melody, a reminder that beneath Antarctica's calm, there's movement, energy, and mystery beyond human understanding. Some whisper that if you listen closely enough, you might hear the ice telling secrets of what lies beneath, secrets humanity was never meant to uncover.
On the icy slopes of Taylor Glacier in Antarctica, a river of blood seems to seep from the ice itself. Known as Blood Falls, this crimson cascade flows into the frozen landscape, a shocking splash of red against the endless white. From a distance, it looks almost like a wound in the glacier, an unearthly sight that has baffled explorers and scientists for over a century. The phenomenon is caused by iron-rich salt water trapped beneath the glacier. When the water meets the oxygen in the air, it oxidizes, turning a deep, rusty red. But despite this scientific explanation, there's something unsettling about it. The fall moves slowly, almost deliberately, carving streaks down the ice as if the glacier itself is bleeding. Microbes living in the subglacial brine survive without sunlight, feeding on iron and creating the eerie red color. These ancient organisms have been isolated for millions of years, evolving in total darkness, life that seems alien, almost otherworldly. Scientists study them as clues to how life might exist in extreme environments, even on distant planets. For explorers standing at the edge, Blood Falls is mesmerizing, terrifying, and humbling. It's a reminder that Antarctica is not just a frozen desert, it's a living, breathing world full of hidden life and strange phenomena. The glacier bleeds, the microbes thrive, and the ice keeps its secrets, as if daring humanity to uncover them.
Beneath nearly 4 kilometers of solid ice lies a hidden lake the size of Lake Ontario, completely sealed from the surface for millions of years. Lake Vostok is Antarctica's most enigmatic subglacial body of water, a frozen world untouched by sunlight, wind, or human interference. For decades, scientists have drilled carefully to access its depths, hoping to discover life forms that have evolved in total isolation. What they've found is extraordinary: microbes that survive in extreme cold, high pressure, and complete darkness, using chemical energy instead of sunlight. Life here has adapted to conditions so alien that it challenges everything we know about biology. Satellite images reveal the lake's surface subtly rising and falling, like a heartbeat beneath the ice, hinting at currents and mysterious underwater structures.
Some researchers claim radar shows unusual formations at the lake's bottom, mountains, ridges, and perhaps even cavernous areas that could harbor life or remnants of unknown geological activity. Conspiracy theories abound. Could Lake Vostok conceal something more than microbes, ancient artifacts, lost civilizations, or even extraterrestrial evidence? Some argue that governments restrict access to protect secrets lying beneath the ice, while others warn that disturbing the lake could release unknown organisms or viruses trapped for millennia. Standing above Vostok, surrounded by an endless frozen wasteland, it's impossible not to feel the weight of its isolation. Beneath the ice, a world exists where evolution took a different path, where life thrives against impossible odds, and where every discovery raises more questions than answers. Lake Vostok is a sealed laboratory of the Earth itself, a reminder that beneath Antarctica's ice lies a planet we've barely begun to explore.
Antarctica is dotted with hundreds of subglacial lakes, hidden beneath kilometers of ice, isolated for millions of years. These frozen worlds are some of the most extreme and mysterious habitats on Earth, completely cut off from sunlight, with crushing pressures and near-freezing temperatures. Scientists drilling into these lakes have found life, microbes, bacteria, and possibly multicellular organisms that survive without sunlight, feeding on chemicals leached from the rocks and sediments below. Some of these species are unlike anything ever seen before, with adaptations so strange they seem almost alien. Life here has evolved in total darkness, turning chemistry into energy and turning isolation into evolution's laboratory. Radar scans of some lakes reveal strange shapes beneath the water, patterns that don't match any known geological formations. Could there be large, undiscovered organisms? Some researchers cautiously speculate about creatures adapted to navigate and hunt in total darkness, while others warn that the full ecosystem remains a mystery. These hidden lakes challenge our understanding of life itself. If organisms can survive in Antarctica's subglacial depths, could similar life exist on icy moons like Europa or Enceladus? Every discovery raises new questions, and the deeper scientists drill, the more the lakes seem like portals into an alien world right here on Earth. In the frozen silence, these lakes are alive, teeming with secrets that have been protected for millennia. And as we continue to explore, Antarctica reminds us the surface is only the beginning. Beneath the ice, life has found a way, and it may be stranger than anything we imagined.
Amid Antarctica's endless sea of ice, there exists a place that seems almost impossible – the Bunger Hills, an ice-free oasis surrounded by glaciers and frozen seas. Here, jagged rock formations rise from lakes and ponds that never freeze completely, creating a stark, almost surreal landscape in a continent defined by ice. Scientists describe the Bunger Hills as a geological anomaly. The area is peppered with more than 40 freshwater and brackish lakes, hidden valleys, and rocky ridges, a paradise for extremophiles and unique ecosystems that exist nowhere else on Earth. Some lakes host microbial life that has evolved in isolation, offering clues about life's resilience and adaptability. But Bunger Hills is not just remarkable for life, it's enigmatic. Radar scans and aerial images reveal odd formations beneath the ice surrounding the oasis, unusual magnetic anomalies, and patterns that some claim appear almost artificial. Could natural forces alone carve such a landscape, or is there more to this ice-free mystery? Explorers venturing into Bunger Hills report a feeling of otherworldliness. The contrast of black rocks, vibrant blue lakes, and endless ice cliffs creates an environment both breathtaking and haunting. In a land dominated by uniform white, this oasis feels alive, secretive, and defiant, like a fragment of a hidden world refusing to be swallowed by ice. Bunger Hills reminds us that Antarctica is not just frozen wasteland. Beneath its surface, or in its rare open spaces, life finds a way, and secrets linger in every shadow and ripple of water. Here, the continent shows a rare glimpse of what lies beyond the ice: diversity, mystery, and resilience.
In a remote corner of Antarctica, a startling discovery shook scientists and explorers alike: a previously hidden landmass rising from the ice. Sif Island, first spotted as the ice melted, appeared almost overnight in satellite imagery, a stark reminder that Antarctica is not as static as it seems. The island is small but striking, its dark rocky peaks piercing the white landscape like an apparition. Researchers speculate it has been buried under ice for thousands, if not millions of years, completely untouched by human presence. Its emergence offers a rare glimpse into Antarctica's hidden geological history, a record of ancient climates, rock formations, and possibly life forms isolated for eons. Sif Island also raises urgent questions. How many more landmasses lie hidden beneath the ice, waiting for retreating glaciers to reveal them? Could there be ecosystems trapped for millennia, holding unknown microbial life or other biological secrets? And what might these newly exposed lands tell us about tectonic shifts, volcanic activity, or Antarctica's past connections to other continents? Explorers who approach the island report an eerie sensation, as if the land itself is ancient and watching. The ice around it shifts unpredictably, creating strange currents and ice flows that seem to guard this newfound territory. In a world dominated by frozen monotony, Sif Island stands out like a dark jewel, reminding us that Antarctica is still a continent of firsts. Every melting glacier, every retreating ice sheet could reveal secrets that have been hidden for millennia. As the ice continues to retreat, the continent slowly unveils its hidden chapters, and Sif Island is just the beginning.
Amid Antarctica's endless white expanse, there are areas where the ice is not white at all, but a brilliant, almost unreal blue. These blue ice fields are windows into the past, natural time machines carved by wind, pressure, and the slow march of glaciers. The intense blue comes from ice that has been compressed over thousands of years, expelling air bubbles and allowing sunlight to penetrate deeply before scattering back. The result is a deep, crystal-clear blue that seems to glow from within, a surreal, alien landscape in a frozen desert. But these fields are more than beautiful. They are records of history. Embedded within the layers of ice are ancient air bubbles, volcanic ash, and remnants of Earth's atmosphere from millennia ago. Scientists drill into them to study past climates, trace the rise and fall of greenhouse gases, and even detect evidence of ancient cosmic events. Each layer is like a page in a frozen book, holding secrets of Earth's distant past. Some explorers report eerie sounds while walking across the blue ice, low hums, cracks, and vibrations that resonate through the frozen sheets, as if the ice itself remembers the events it has witnessed. Satellite images sometimes reveal patterns beneath the surface, shapes and lines that challenge explanation and hint at hidden structures or movements beneath. Blue ice fields are silent, frozen archives of history, yet they speak volumes to those who know how to read them. They are reminders that Antarctica is not merely a barren wasteland. Its ice preserves the planet's deepest secrets, waiting for humanity to uncover them.
Antarctica's icy edge is not silent. Every so often, colossal chunks of ice, mega icebergs, break free from glaciers and ice shelves, plunging into the Southern Ocean with a force that shakes the imagination. Some are the size of cities, drifting slowly but relentlessly, carrying the frozen weight of thousands of years of ice. The process, known as calving, is both spectacular and terrifying. Ice cracks with a roar, fissures snake across the glacier, and in moments, a giant iceberg separates from the land, sending towering waves into the surrounding sea. From above, satellites capture their jagged, pristine surfaces, glinting in the sun, an awe-inspiring reminder of nature's power. Mega icebergs aren't more than just scenic marvels. Their journeys reshape ocean currents, alter ecosystems, and even influence global climate patterns. Beneath their frozen surfaces, ancient air, sediments, and microorganisms drift along, potentially carrying clues to Antarctica's past. Some icebergs have carried evidence of climates from hundreds of thousands of years ago, floating archives of history across the ocean. But they also spark fear. Navigators and researchers know that colliding with an iceberg, even a small part of one, can be catastrophic. Some massive icebergs drift into open seas for years, appearing almost ghostly on radar before disappearing beyond the horizon, leaving people to wonder what secrets they might carry within their frozen cores. When a mega iceberg breaks free, it's a reminder of Antarctica's raw, untamed power, a land of extremes where ice is alive, moving, reshaping itself, and quietly reminding humanity that it guards secrets the world is only beginning to comprehend.
Antarctica is not just a frozen desert, it's a place where the very laws of physics sometimes seem to bend. Scientists mapping the continent have discovered magnetic anomalies, regions where compasses spin wildly, instruments glitch, and standard navigation tools fail inexplicably. These anomalies appear in unexpected locations, often far from any known geological formations that could explain them. Some areas produce magnetic readings so strong that they interfere with aircraft instruments, satellite equipment, and even GPS systems. Pilots and explorers report sudden disorientation as if the land itself is rewriting the rules of direction. Geologists suspect that these anomalies are caused by hidden mineral deposits or unusual rock formations beneath the ice. Yet some anomalies remain unexplained, hinting at something deeper, perhaps massive underground structures, ancient impact craters, or even phenomena humanity has yet to understand. For adventurers, magnetic anomalies are both dangerous and alluring. Navigation becomes treacherous, and some regions are effectively no-go zones due to instruments failing entirely. Conspiracy theorists speculate that these magnetic distortions could protect secrets buried under the ice, secret bases, subglacial tunnels, or ancient relics too mysterious to expose. Standing in these regions, the ice and rocks seem almost alive, subtly influencing compasses and instruments, reminding humanity that Antarctica is not just a frozen wasteland, it's a continent with hidden power, ancient energy, and secrets that resist discovery.
Beneath kilometers of Antarctic ice lies one of the planet's most puzzling mysteries, the Wilkes-Land gravity anomaly. Scientists first noticed it while studying gravity maps of the continent, a massive, unusual mass hidden under the ice that doesn't match surrounding terrain. Some researchers believe it could be the remnants of a colossal impact crater created by an asteroid or comet that struck millions of years ago. The potential scale is staggering. If confirmed, this crater would be among the largest known on Earth, its formation releasing energy far beyond that of the largest nuclear explosions ever recorded. Some theorists suggest that such an impact could have triggered mass extinctions, reshaped Earth's climate, or even contributed to the formation of the Antarctic ice sheet itself. Radar and satellite data reveal a circular structure buried under dense ice, with hints of fractured bedrock and unusual geothermal activity at its center. The anomaly is so vast that it subtly affects satellite orbits and gravity readings, a hidden scar in the Earth that has endured eons. Conspiracy theorists are captivated. Could this impact site harbor something more than geological history? Some whisper of buried civilizations, alien artifacts, or secret installations intentionally placed near the anomaly. Even mainstream scientists admit that Antarctica's ice sheet has preserved mysteries that might never fully be understood. The Wilkesland gravity anomaly is a stark reminder. Beneath the continent's ice lies a world shaped by unimaginable forces, both natural and perhaps unnatural. Every drilling project, every satellite scan hints at secrets buried for millions of years, just waiting to be uncovered.
Satellites circling Antarctica have captured some of the planet's strangest anomalies. Among them is a phenomenon scientists and conspiracy theorists alike refer to as the ice dome glitch. Areas on satellite maps that seem to distort, disappear, or even shift when viewed from different angles or at different times. These aren't typical imaging errors. In some regions, ice formations appear as perfectly symmetrical domes or geometric shapes, which vanish upon closer inspection. Radar scans sometimes detect solid structures beneath the ice, where no natural formation should exist. Satellites designed to penetrate the ice occasionally fail, producing blank spots in otherwise seamless maps. Researchers debate the cause. Could these glitches be natural? Perhaps ice flows, dense snow layers, or unusual refraction of radar waves? Or could they hint at something deliberately concealed, buried beneath kilometers of ice? A hidden base, ancient structure, or unknown geological anomaly? Explorers report eerie phenomena in these zones, sudden shifts in ice movement, magnetic distortions, and even unexplainable light reflections from beneath the surface. Some claim that drones flying over these areas lose signal entirely, as if the ice itself is absorbing technology. The ice dome is a chilling reminder that Antarctica's frozen surface is only the beginning. Beneath the ice, mysteries defy conventional science, leaving questions that may never be answered. It's a landscape that guards its secrets with ice, silence, and perhaps intent.
Beneath Antarctica's frozen expanse, the Earth is not as silent or still as it appears. Hidden geothermal hotspots inject heat into the ice from below, melting pockets of frozen water, shaping glaciers, and even creating subglacial lakes. These underground heat sources are scattered, unpredictable, and some are powerful enough to affect entire regions of the ice sheet. Scientists have detected hotspots where temperatures rise sharply beneath kilometers of ice, creating melting zones that defy normal climatic expectations. The heat can carve tunnels, maintain liquid water in subglacial lakes, and even influence ice flow far above. In essence, the frozen continent is alive in places, quietly reshaping itself from within. But there's something unnerving about these heat pockets. Some hotspots coincide with strange magnetic readings, unusual seismic activity, or radar anomalies, hinting at hidden forces or structures beneath the ice. Certain lakes above these zones harbor life forms completely isolated, adapted to extreme conditions in a world untouched for millennia. Explorers venturing near geothermal hotspots often report odd phenomena: sudden ice shifts, unexplained warmth underfoot, and even glowing reflections beneath the surface at night.
It's as if the Earth itself is breathing, alive under the frozen desert. These underground forces remind us that Antarctica is not just ice and snow. It's a dynamic, mysterious world where heat, pressure, and water converge in secret landscapes far from human eyes. Every hotspot is a doorway into hidden ecosystems, geological anomalies, and perhaps secrets humanity has yet to imagine.
Beneath the serene, frozen surface of Antarctica, a hidden world of chemical activity pulses quietly. Methane vents, tiny geysers of gas escaping from the bedrock or trapped organic material, have been discovered beneath ice sheets and subglacial lakes, releasing flammable gas in isolated frozen ecosystems. These vents are more than geological curiosities. Methane can feed microbial life in total darkness, creating pockets of unique ecosystems in extreme conditions. Scientists studying these vents have found microbes that survive by consuming methane, thriving in what appears to be a lifeless underworld. In essence, these chemical eruptions are lifelines for alien-like organisms that have evolved independently for millions of years. But methane vents also pose danger. The gas can accumulate under thick ice layers, creating pressure zones that occasionally trigger sudden bursts or ice fractures. Some researchers speculate that these vents might even contribute to the sudden destabilization of glaciers, producing ice quakes or contributing to calving events. Intriguingly, some vents align with other anomalies: magnetic disturbances, radar glitches, and subglacial lakes, hinting at a network of hidden processes shaping Antarctica from below. Explorers venturing near these regions report unusual warmth underfoot and subtle, almost imperceptible vibrations in the ice, as if the continent itself is alive. Methane vents are a reminder that Antarctica is not dead or dormant. Beneath its frozen exterior, chemical reactions, hidden life, and powerful geological forces interact in secret, sustaining ecosystems, shaping ice, and guarding mysteries that humanity is only beginning to uncover.
Antarctica is home to some of the planet's strangest geological features, and among the most mysterious are the frozen mud volcanoes scattered beneath its ice. Unlike the fiery volcanoes found elsewhere, these formations erupt slurries of mud, brine, and frozen sediments, sometimes from kilometers below the surface, leaving strange conical mounds protruding through the ice. These mud volcanoes are more than just oddities. They act as natural vents, releasing trapped gases, minerals, and ancient organic material. In some cases, scientists have discovered chemical signatures suggesting microbial life deep underground, feeding on the mineral-rich mud in total darkness. It's a bizarre, alien ecosystem thriving in one of Earth's harshest environments. Frozen mud volcanoes also carry secrets about Antarctica's past. The layers of sediment inside these formations record volcanic activity, ancient climates, and even catastrophic events from millions of years ago. Some researchers believe that studying them could reveal clues about past asteroid impacts, shifts in ice sheets, and the hidden dynamics of the continent. For explorers, these structures are eerie and unpredictable. Steam can sometimes escape, frost forms strange crystalline patterns, and the mud beneath the ice can be unstable, creating treacherous terrain. Standing near one, it feels as if the continent is quietly exhaling, alive, secretive, and ancient. The frozen mud volcanoes remind us that Antarctica is far from static.
beneath its icy exterior, forces churn, release, and sustain life in ways that challenge our understanding and hint at mysteries humanity has barely begun to uncover.
Beneath Antarctica's thick ice sheet lies a network of hidden canyons and underground rivers, carving a secret world that few have ever imagined. These subglacial waterways stretch for hundreds of kilometers, flowing silently beneath kilometers of ice, shaping landscapes invisible from the surface. Radar mapping has revealed massive canyons, some rivaling the Grand Canyon, with rivers of meltwater coursing through them. These rivers are fed by geothermal heat, pressure from the ice above, and meltwater from glaciers, creating a hidden circulation system that keeps parts of Antarctica alive in a world otherwise frozen solid. Some of these underground rivers are deep enough to contain entire ecosystems isolated from millions of years. Microbial life thrives here, and researchers speculate that unknown species could be lurking in the shadowy depths. In some places, the water is under extreme pressure, carving channels that twist and turn in impossible ways, forming labyrinthine pathways beneath the ice. Explorers and scientists describe these hidden canyons as eerie and alien. Sound travels strangely through the ice, and radar sometimes detects anomalies, submerged chambers, open spaces, or even possible caverns that seem almost artificial. Could these underground networks have been shaped entirely by natural forces? Or is there more beneath the ice than anyone can imagine? Hidden canyons and rivers are Antarctica's secret veins, silent, flowing, and ancient. They remind us that beneath the frozen silence lies a dynamic, mysterious world teeming with hidden energy, life, and secrets humanity has barely begun to discover.
Beneath Antarctica's icy waters, life thrives in ways that seem almost alien. The icefish, a strange, translucent species, congregates in supercolonies that stretch for miles, with estimates suggesting up to 60 million nests scattered across the frozen seafloor. These creatures defy conventional biology, with antifreeze proteins in their blood, allowing them to survive in temperatures that would freeze ordinary fish solid. From above, the colonies are invisible, hidden beneath thick layers of ice, but sonar scans reveal intricate networks of nests, tunnels, and feeding grounds, a bustling underwater metropolis operating in total darkness. Each icefish moves with precision, avoiding predators while sustaining a delicate ecosystem of krill, plankton, and microscopic life forms. Explorers who have glimpsed these colonies describe a surreal, otherworldly scene. Ghostly, transparent fish shimmering in the dark, synchronized in strange, fluid patterns, almost as if they are performing an ancient ritual beneath the ice. Some scientists speculate that this level of organization hints at a highly adaptive intelligence, a life form evolved specifically to master one of Earth's harshest environments. The icefish colonies are fragile yet resilient, a reminder that life adapts, survives, and even thrives in extreme isolation. Hidden beneath Antarctica's frozen surface, they represent not just survival, but evolution at its most extraordinary, a secret world that has endured for millennia, unseen and almost impossible to imagine.
Beneath Antarctica's icy seas, life takes forms that seem ripped from science fiction. Among the most bizarre are giant sea spiders, some with legs stretching over half a meter, creeping across the ocean floor in near total darkness. Their translucent bodies and skeletal appearance make them look more like creatures from an alien world than anything on Earth.
But sea spiders are just the beginning. Subglacial rivers and hidden lakes teem with strange, extremophile organisms, glowing faintly, moving oddly, and surviving in temperatures far below freezing. Some creatures appear to have evolved independently for millions of years, completely cut off from the rest of the planet. Others are predators adapted to extreme pressure, hunting in darkness with senses humans can barely comprehend. Scientists exploring these depths have captured fleeting glimpses of enormous amphipods, gelatinous alien jellyfish, and other life forms that defy classification. Some specimens appear almost prehistoric, with appendages, eyes, or bioluminescent features unlike any known species. These creatures remind us that Antarctica's under-ice world is a frontier of evolution, where life thrives in isolation, extremes, and secrecy. The alien-like forms challenge our understanding of biology and suggest that beneath the frozen surface lies a hidden ecosystem, almost entirely untouched by human eyes. A reminder that Earth still holds secrets stranger than fiction.
In the shadowy depths beneath Antarctica's ice shelves, some of the strangest creatures on Earth crawl silently across the seafloor. Among them are the sea pigs, a peculiar type of sea cucumber with bulbous, translucent bodies and tiny, spindly appendages that give them an almost insect-like appearance. Sea pigs are blind, navigating their environment entirely by touch and chemical signals. Their tentacle-like legs sift through sediment, consuming organic particles in the frozen darkness. Despite their unassuming size, their presence is essential. They recycle nutrients in an ecosystem cut off from sunlight, supporting the strange and delicate web of Antarctic under-ice life. What makes sea pigs truly alien is their appearance and behavior. In the dim, eerie light of submersibles or bioluminescent cameras, their bodies glow faintly, reflecting the deep blue of Antarctic waters. Colonies of these creatures sometimes move together in a slow, mesmerizing migration across the ocean floor, giving the impression of a silent, coordinated dance, an alien ballet beneath the ice. Scientists studying them are fascinated by their adaptations, antifreeze proteins, slow metabolism, and a resilience that allows survival in extreme pressures in near-freezing temperatures. Sea pigs are living proof that Antarctica's under-ice world is not just strange, it's almost incomprehensibly alien, a hidden frontier where life thrives against all odds.
Beneath nearly 4 kilometers of ice, Lake Vostok holds a secret world untouched for millions of years. Scientists drilling into this hidden lake have discovered unknown microbes thriving in total darkness under immense pressure and in near-freezing waters, conditions that would obliterate most life on Earth. These microorganisms are completely isolated from the outside world, evolving independently in a sealed environment. Some possess unique biochemistry, surviving on chemical energy instead of sunlight, and may carry ancient genetic codes that could rewrite our understanding of evolution. Every sample retrieved from the lake contains mysteries, DNA sequences that don't match any known species, and biological adaptations that seem almost alien. The lake itself adds to the enigma. Its surface remains completely frozen, with subglacial currents and geothermal heat creating a liquid haven beneath. Radar scans reveal strange formations and pockets of water whose size and structure
defy full explanation, suggesting a complex and dynamic ecosystem far larger than anyone anticipated. Conspiracy theorists whisper even stranger possibilities. Could Lake Vostok conceal remnants of ancient civilizations, alien life, or experimental organisms placed there long ago? Scientists caution, yet the potential for discovery and danger is undeniable. Lake Vostok is a sealed universe beneath our feet, a frozen frontier where life has persisted in isolation, offering a glimpse into evolution's extremes and a warning that Antarctica's secrets may hold surprises humanity is barely ready to face.
Deep beneath Antarctica's ice, in subglacial lakes and hidden water pockets, microbes survive where no light penetrates, in a world utterly alien to human experience. These microorganisms thrive without sunlight, feeding on minerals, chemical reactions, or trapped gases, a feat that seems almost impossible, yet proves the resilience of life itself. Some microbes extract energy from iron, sulfur, or methane, creating micro-ecosystems that exist entirely independent of the surface world. Their metabolism is slow, almost imperceptible, yet efficient, allowing them to persist for thousands, even millions of years in total isolation. Scientists studying them have discovered genetic adaptations that defy current biological models, proteins that function in extreme cold, membranes that resist crushing pressure, and enzymes that survive without oxygen. These life forms are more than scientific curiosities. They hint at the possibility of life beyond Earth, in the frozen oceans of Europa, Enceladus, or distant exoplanets where sunlight never reaches. Antarctica becomes a living laboratory, showing that life can exist anywhere, even under conditions that seem utterly inhospitable. Explorers and researchers describe an eerie sensation when studying these microbes. The feeling of looking into a world entirely alien, yet somehow connected to our own. The darkness is absolute, yet teeming with life, reminding us that Antarctica is not a dead continent. It is a secret crucible of evolution, preserving mysteries and organisms humanity has barely begun to understand.
Beneath Antarctica's ice-covered waters, there exists a phenomenon that is both mesmerizing and staggering in scale: krill superswarms. These tiny shrimp-like creatures form dense, pulsating clouds so massive they can stretch for kilometers, sometimes forming a living blanket across the ocean floor and mid-water columns. Despite their small size, krill are the backbone of the Antarctic ecosystem. Whales, seals, penguins, and seabirds all rely on these swarms for survival. But the sheer scale of these gatherings is almost incomprehensible. Scientists estimate that billions of krill inhabit the Southern Ocean at any given time, their synchronized movements creating patterns that ripple like liquid mosaics beneath the ice. Explorers and underwater drones report eerie experiences in the presence of these swarms. Light filtering from above catches the krill, causing a shimmering, ghostly spectacle, as if the water itself is alive. Some swarms move in perfect unison, almost like a single organism, evoking a sense of intelligence or ancient instinct far beyond human understanding. Krill superswarms also have a hidden danger. Their sheer density can disrupt submersible navigation, and sudden movements can trigger cascading effects in the ecosystem. They are reminders that life in Antarctica is both fragile and powerful, dynamic and mysterious. These swarms show that beneath the frozen surface, life doesn't just survive, it thrives on a scale and with a synchronization that borders on the alien. In Antarctica, even the smallest creatures can dominate,
revealing a hidden world of astonishing complexity and silent drama beneath the ice.
Beneath Antarctica's frozen waters, the ocean is alive with strange, almost alien jellyfish drifting silently through the dark currents. These creatures glow faintly, bioluminescent patterns rippling along translucent bodies, illuminating the icy depths with an eerie, ethereal light. Unlike jellyfish in warmer seas, Antarctic species have adapted to near-freezing temperatures and crushing pressures. Their gelatinous forms are unusually resilient, their long tentacles trailing like delicate threads through the water, capturing microscopic prey. Some species are entirely transparent, making them nearly invisible in the dim blue light beneath the ice, while others display vivid, pulsating colors that seem almost unreal. Explorers and scientists describe a haunting beauty, entire swarms of these jellyfish drifting in synchronized movements, appearing like a living, alien galaxy beneath the ice. Their presence hints at ecosystems completely independent from the sun, sustained by chemical reactions, nutrient flows, and deep water currents, a world operating under rules foreign to surface life. Some of the larger jellyfish are capable of movements that seem purposeful, hunting or evading predators in ways that suggest an intelligence adapted to darkness. For scientists, these organisms are not just fascinating, they challenge our understanding of life itself, showing how evolution can thrive under extreme isolation. In Antarctica's icy depths, jellyfish are not mere creatures. They are ghostly emissaries from a hidden world, gliding silently through waters that have remained unchanged for millennia, reminding us that beneath the ice lies a realm as alien as any distant planet.
Beneath kilometers of Antarctic ice, in hidden subglacial rivers and lakes live amphipods, small, shrimp-like creatures that have adapted to a world of eternal darkness, freezing temperatures, and crushing pressure. Though tiny, they're extraordinary survivors, thriving in ecosystems isolated from the outside world for millions of years. These amphipods have evolved unique features: elongated limbs for navigating swift currents, specialized enzymes to function in near-freezing water, and sensory adaptations that allow them to detect food or predators in total darkness. Some species display unusual bioluminescence, glowing faintly in the icy waters, creating an eerie spectacle when viewed by submersibles or remotely operated vehicles. Scientists exploring subglacial rivers report that amphipod populations are surprisingly dense, forming intricate food webs alongside microbes and other microscopic life. Despite the extreme environment, these creatures sustain complex ecosystems, proving that life can flourish in places once thought completely inhospitable. Some researchers speculate that amphipods in Antarctica's hidden waters could hold genetic secrets, adaptations that may inform biotechnology, medicine, or even space exploration. Yet for explorers, there's something unsettling about observing life so alien, so perfectly tuned to a hidden, frozen world. The rivers teem with silent activity, a reminder that beneath Antarctica's ice, life pulses in secret, alien rhythms.
Beneath the frozen expanse of Antarctica, whispers of strange, elusive creatures have persisted for decades. Scientists, divers, and sonar operators have occasionally reported under-ice ghost creatures, shapes moving too quickly, too large, or too oddly to be any known species. Some claim to have seen enormous shadowy forms gliding silently through subglacial rivers or dark lakes, leaving no trace but fleeting sonar echoes. Descriptions vary. Some witnesses report serpentine bodies glowing faintly in the dark.
Others mention massive, armored forms that appear almost prehistoric. These sightings are rare and often dismissed, yet radar and sonar anomalies continue to suggest the presence of something unusual beneath the ice. Legends abound among explorers. Some say these ghostly creatures are remnants of ancient species that evolved in isolation, surviving for millions of years under the ice. Others speculate about undiscovered apex predators or even organisms that defy conventional biology, intelligent, elusive, and perfectly adapted to the frozen, hidden world below. Every report is tinged with fear and awe. The idea of vast, unknown life moving beneath kilometers of ice reminds humanity that Antarctica is far from fully explored. In these shadowy waters, the boundary between science and legend blurs, leaving only one certainty: the ice conceals secrets, and some may be watching us back.
Strange, bioluminescent fish drift silently beneath the ice, their bodies casting ghostly light across the dark, frigid depths. These glow-in-the-dark fish are perfectly adapted to total darkness, using their light to hunt, communicate, and evade predators in a world untouched by sunlight. Some species emit a soft blue glow, while others flash bright green or red pulses. In large schools, their movements create a surreal living constellation, an underwater aurora that seems almost magical. Scientists studying these fish are fascinated by their unique adaptations: anti-freeze blood, specialized eyes for extreme low-light conditions, and bioluminescent organs fine-tuned to detect movement in darkness. Explorers report an almost hypnotic effect when observing these creatures. A submersible might float through a dark channel, and suddenly the water comes alive with glowing, darting fish, hundreds, perhaps thousands, illuminating their frozen domain. It's a reminder that beneath Antarctica's icy exterior, life thrives in ways humanity rarely witnesses, strange and beautiful, yet fragile. The glow-in-the-dark fish are more than just survivalists. They are emissaries from a hidden world, showing that even in the coldest, darkest corners of our planet, life finds a way to flourish, illuminate, and mystify.
The depths beneath Antarctica are not silent. For decades, scientists have recorded strange, unexplained sounds echoing through the Southern Ocean. Vibrations so powerful they can travel thousands of kilometers underwater. Two of the most famous are Julia and Bloop, massive low-frequency noises captured by hydrophones in the late 20th century. The origin of these sounds is still debated. Some suggest they come from shifting icebergs, underwater earthquakes, or large marine animals. Yet their sheer magnitude and unusual patterns have puzzled researchers. Bloop, for instance, was far louder and lower in frequency than anything known in the ocean, sparking speculation about enormous, undiscovered sea creatures lurking beneath the ice. Julia, detected near Antarctica, emitted a series of strange rhythmic pulses that defied typical geological or biological explanations. Some scientists suggest these signals may be linked to underwater movements in subglacial lakes, ice quakes, or perhaps the echo of hidden, massive life forms navigating the deep. The eerie aspect is the isolation. These sounds come from places humans cannot easily reach, echoing through the frozen silence of the ocean like messages from a hidden world. For explorers and oceanographers, hearing them is both thrilling and terrifying, a reminder that beneath Antarctica's ice, life, activity, and mysteries exist on a scale beyond our comprehension. These enigmatic noises are a haunting testament. The frozen continent and its surrounding oceans still harbor secrets too massive, too strange or too alien to fully understand.
At the edge of Antarctica's ice shelves, the ocean comes alive with one of nature's most astonishing spectacles: whales supergroups. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of whales gather in tight, coordinated clusters, creating a living network of movement and sound across the frigid waters. These gatherings are more than feeding frenzies, they are enigmatic social events. Humpbacks, orcas, and minke whales appear to communicate, coordinate, and perhaps even perform intricate behaviors that scientists are only beginning to understand. Hydrophones record a chorus of songs, clicks, and pulses that echo across miles of icy water, forming a surreal underwater symphony. The phenomenon raises questions. Why do whales congregate in such enormous numbers? Some scientists suggest it's a response to abundant krill or plankton swarms, while others speculate there's a deeper social or navigational purpose, perhaps even linked to the ice formations themselves. The sheer scale of these gatherings, combined with their silence from the surface, creates an almost mystical impression, a secret society of giants moving beneath the ice. For those observing from research vessels or drones, the spectacle is awe-inspiring. Shadows shift beneath the waves, bodies glint in fleeting sunlight, and the sheer presence of life in such extreme conditions is humbling. The whale supergroups remind us that Antarctica is a world of extremes, where life not only survives, but organizes itself on massive, mysterious scales, hidden from human eyes until we dare to explore.
Beneath Antarctica's pristine ice sheets, time has been frozen, and with it, unknown viruses. Scientists drilling into ancient ice cores have discovered viral particles that have been trapped for tens of thousands of years, perfectly preserved in sub-zero conditions. These frozen pathogens are remnants of ecosystems long vanished, carrying genetic information from a time before humans walked the Earth. The discovery is both fascinating and unnerving. While most of these viruses cannot survive outside their icy prison, some retain the ability to infect host cells under laboratory conditions. Each sample offers a glimpse into evolutionary history, revealing how viruses adapted to extreme cold, host scarcity, and isolation. Some genetic sequences are unlike anything seen before, suggesting viruses evolved in Antarctica in ways completely independent of the rest of the planet. Conspiracy theories add a chilling layer. Could melting ice release ancient pathogens into modern ecosystems? Could Antarctica be hiding viruses that humans, or even global life, have never encountered? While most scientists caution against alarmism, the reality is that these preserved viruses are a stark reminder that the frozen continent is not entirely lifeless. Antarctica's ice is more than frozen water. It is a vault storing biological secrets from a forgotten world. Each core drilled, each sample analyzed, brings humanity closer to understanding life in extreme isolation, but also closer to awakening the frozen whispers of a long-dead microbial world.
Ice cores, drilled from kilometers beneath the surface, preserve ancient DNA from organisms that lived tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of years ago. Microbes, plants, pollen, and even fragments of larger creatures are frozen in time, providing a living record of Earth's distant past. Analyzing this DNA allows scientists to reconstruct past climates, ecosystems, and evolutionary pathways. Some sequences belong to species long extinct, offering clues about how life responded to extreme cold, catastrophic events, and shifting continents.
Others suggest surprising connections between Antarctica and far-off regions, hinting at migration patterns or unknown ecological links. The ice cores are eerie, almost otherworldly. Each layer is a time capsule, a frozen page in Earth's history. Occasionally, cores reveal DNA that does not match any known organism, suggesting species that vanished without leaving a trace, or perhaps life forms that evolved entirely in isolation beneath the ice. Explorers describe the experience as standing in a silent museum of evolution, with each crystal of ice holding secrets that have waited millennia to be discovered. Antarctica becomes not just a frozen continent, but a living laboratory of genetic memory, where humanity glimpses the fragility, resilience, and sheer diversity of life across eons. These ice cores are more than scientific tools. They are portals into the deep past, reminding us that Antarctica holds secrets that stretch far beyond the present, waiting for those brave enough to uncover them.
In the frozen deserts of Antarctica, life often takes the strangest forms. Among the most mysterious are fungi growing directly on glacial rock, surviving in conditions so extreme they seem almost impossible. These hardy organisms thrive on bare stone, enduring freezing temperatures, relentless winds, and minimal nutrients. What makes these fungi truly fascinating is their resilience and adaptability. Some species produce pigments that protect against ultraviolet radiation reflected by ice, while others secrete acids to extract nutrients from rocks. Biologists have discovered compounds in these fungi that allow them to survive years without water, and their cellular structures resist both freezing and extreme desiccation. Explorers report eerie, otherworldly appearances, tiny patches of dark velvety fungus dotting glacial surfaces, almost like scars or stains on the ice, as if the continent itself were alive and marked by hidden life. Some fungi even glow faintly under ultraviolet light, giving them a spectral, alien quality in the otherwise barren landscape. These organisms are a stark reminder that life in Antarctica is not limited to the ocean or subglacial lakes. Even in the most inhospitable corners, evolution finds a way, creating species that challenge our understanding of biology and survival. The strange fungus on glacial rock is more than an extremophile. It is a symbol of life's persistence in a frozen, secretive world, quietly thriving where few would dare to look.
Antarctica, already a land of extremes and secrets, has long been the stage for unexplained aerial phenomena. Researchers, pilots, and satellite operators have reported UFO sightings, fast-moving lights, metallic objects, and formations that defy conventional flight physics over the frozen continent. These sightings often occur near remote research stations or over vast, uninhabited stretches of ice where human activity is minimal. Witnesses describe objects moving at impossible speeds, hovering silently, and executing sudden turns that no known aircraft could perform. In some cases, the phenomena coincide with unusual electromagnetic readings, interference with communication equipment, or temporary malfunctions in navigation instruments. Conspiracy theorists suggest a wide range of possibilities: secret military aircraft, alien reconnaissance, or surveillance of hidden Antarctic installations. Some even speculate that these UFOs may be monitoring humanity's attempts to uncover the continent's ancient or hidden secrets, perhaps guarding something beneath the ice. The sightings remain largely unexplained, and footage is rare and often blurry, yet the sheer number of reports,
combined with Antarctica's isolation and harsh conditions, lends them an eerie credibility. The frozen continent seems to act as both a natural laboratory and a stage for phenomena that challenge our understanding of physics, engineering, and the unknown. In the vast, silent expanses of Antarctica, these UFOs hover as reminders that the world's most remote continent is not entirely human-controlled, and that some secrets may be watched by forces beyond our comprehension.
Whispers of alien bases beneath Antarctica have circulated for decades, fueled by unusual satellite images, strange magnetic anomalies, and unexplained phenomena reported by explorers. Some claim to have seen geometric shapes beneath the ice, massive underground caverns, or areas where instruments fail inexplicably, hinting at structures that defy natural formation. Theories suggest these bases could be ancient, hidden by the ice over millennia, or even constructed by extraterrestrial visitors for purposes unknown. Some conspiracy theorists link them to the mysterious ice dome satellite glitches, proposing that massive alien complexes lie hidden under kilometers of frozen ice, invisible to conventional observation. Occasional reports of secretive military flights, unexplained sonar signals, or sudden communications blackouts add to the speculation. Could governments be aware of these subterranean facilities? Are scientists unknowingly probing areas too sensitive for full disclosure? Whether myth or reality, the concept of alien bases beneath Antarctica captures the imagination. A frozen world concealing structures that may be millions of years old, designed by intelligence beyond our understanding. To some, the continent is not merely a scientific frontier, it is a guarded doorway to truths humanity may not yet be ready to confront.
Among the most sensational Antarctic conspiracy stories is the claim that a whistleblower revealed the existence of 7 alien species hidden beneath the ice. According to the alleged testimony, these beings are not merely theoretical, they are real, interacting with secret research facilities and possibly even influencing human activity in the region. Descriptions vary widely. Some species are said to be humanoid yet otherworldly, with elongated limbs and luminous eyes. Others are more insectoid or aquatic, adapted to survive in the extreme Antarctic environment. The whistleblower claimed that the creatures were confined to massive underground complexes, some natural, some artificially enhanced, shielded from satellites and probes by both ice and advanced technology. Skeptics dismiss the story as fantastical, but believers point to strange anomalies, radar distortions, unexplained electromagnetic signals, and restricted zones near subglacial lakes. The claim taps into a deep, persistent mystery. Antarctica is not just a frozen desert. It is a continent guarded, hidden, and strangely alive with secrets beyond comprehension. Whether true or myth, the story of the 7 alien species fuels imagination and speculation, keeping Antarctica in the public consciousness as a land where the line between science, myth, and extraterrestrial possibility blurs in the cold, silent darkness.
Antarctica's vast ice sheets have long been rumored to conceal crashed UFOs, hidden beneath kilometers of ice. Theories suggest that these extraterrestrial craft, some ancient and some more recent, lie buried in remote regions, preserved by the frozen environment for decades or even centuries. Sightings and satellite anomalies have fueled speculation. In certain areas, radar scans reveal odd geometric shapes beneath the ice, metallic reflections, circular depressions, or angular structures that defy natural geological formation. Some researchers report strange magnetic readings or interference with scientific instruments near these sites, hinting at the presence of advanced, non-human technology. Conspiracy theorists claim governments and secret research organizations have conducted expeditions to recover these craft, explaining sudden surges in military activity, mysterious satellite blackouts, and restricted zones around subglacial lakes. Some even suggest that alien technology has influenced human science, hidden for decades beneath the ice, and that Antarctica may hold keys to advanced propulsion or energy systems unknown to the public. Whether these stories are true or the product of imagination, the idea of frozen alien wreckage beneath the ice captures the imagination. It portrays Antarctica not just as a remote, icy wilderness, but as a potential vault of extraterrestrial secrets, lying dormant and waiting to be uncovered by those bold or curious enough to venture into its frozen depths.
Some of Antarctica's most mysterious areas are blacked out or obscured on satellite maps, sparking endless speculation. In these zones, imagery appears intentionally blank, pixelated, or distorted, leaving huge swaths of ice completely unviewable to the public. Scientists and conspiracy theorists alike have noticed these anomalies for decades, wondering why certain regions remain hidden. Theories abound. Some suggest these blacked-out spots conceal secret military installations, underground bases, or highly sensitive research sites. Others propose something far stranger: alien structures, ancient ruins, or hidden anomalies beneath the ice that authorities don't want humanity to see. Even more speculative claims suggest these areas could be entrances to subglacial caverns or tunnels, inaccessible by ordinary exploration. Evidence is often circumstantial: sudden image glitches, satellite failures when passing over certain coordinates, or conflicting readings between different imaging technologies. Some of the blacked-out areas coincide with known anomalies: subglacial lakes, radar distortions, or geothermal hotspots, adding to the sense of intentional concealment. For the public, these blank spaces are haunting. They represent the unknown, frozen and secretive, a reminder that despite modern technology, Antarctica still harbors regions humanity cannot easily explore. They are invisible to us, yet alive with potential mysteries, silent warnings of what lies beneath the ice, unseen and untouched.
One of Antarctica's most persistent legends involves Nazi flying saucers, advanced aircraft allegedly developed in secret during World War II and hidden in the frozen southern continent. According to rumors, Nazi scientists experimented with revolutionary propulsion technology, building discs capable of incredible speeds, vertical takeoffs, and maneuvers that defy conventional aerodynamics. Conspiracy theorists claimed that as the war ended, these craft, along with research facilities, were secretly transported to Antarctica, where they remain hidden beneath ice and rock. Some satellite anomalies and blacked-out zones are often cited as evidence of their existence, alongside stories of underground hangars or crash sites deep within subglacial caverns. Legends suggest that these flying saucers were more than military weapons. They were prototypes for advanced energy systems, potentially using technologies humanity cannot yet comprehend. Some theorists even link them to the UFO sightings reported over Antarctica today, suggesting that either remnants of these machines still operate or inspired the extraterrestrial theories surrounding the continent. While historians and scientists largely dismiss these myths, the allure persists. The idea of secret Nazi technology frozen and preserved in Antarctica captures the imagination, combining wartime intrigue, advanced engineering, and the frozen, enigmatic wilderness of the southernmost continent. Whether fact or fiction, the myth endures,
a chilling tale of innovation, secrecy, and the extremes of human and possibly alien ambition.
One of Antarctica's most enduring legends is the idea of a polar entrance to a hollow Earth, a hidden gateway leading to an inner world beneath the planet's crust. According to this theory, the southernmost ice conceals massive caverns and tunnels through which explorers or even extraterrestrial beings can access a realm untouched by time or human civilization. Proponents claim that satellite anomalies, blacked-out regions, and mysterious radar readings hint at massive openings beneath the ice, far larger than any known natural formations. Some believe geothermal hotspots and subglacial rivers serve as natural pathways into this inner world, maintaining habitable conditions where strange life could exist. Stories vary widely. Some speak of an advanced civilization, ancient or alien, living beneath the ice. Others describe bioluminescent oceans, enormous caves, or even alien craft docking within these hidden tunnels. Explorers and whistleblowers occasionally mention extreme magnetic distortions and compass failures near these regions, suggesting powerful forces at work, or at least that something extraordinary lies beneath. While most scientists dismiss the Hollow Earth theory as myth, the legend endures, capturing imaginations worldwide. Antarctica, already a realm of extremes and mysteries, becomes more than a frozen wilderness. It is a potential doorway to a hidden, impossible world, reminding humanity that our planet may still hold secrets that defy explanation.
Beneath Antarctica's frozen surface, vast ice caves stretch for kilometers, their walls shimmering with frost and crystalline formations. Some explorers and conspiracy theorists claim these caverns are not entirely natural, that they serve as hangars or storage facilities for alien craft hidden from the world above. Reports describe enormous, smooth chambers carved into glacial rock, sometimes with perfectly symmetrical features, unusual magnetic readings, and strange heat signatures that defy natural explanations. Whistleblowers and researchers allege that within these icy cathedrals, extraterrestrial technology could be preserved, maintained, or even operated in secret. Sightings and anomalies often coincide with blacked-out satellite zones and areas of unusual military activity. Some suggest the keys are so vast they could hold multiple flying saucers, massive vehicles, or even experimental hybrid technology. Explorers report an uncanny silence within, broken only by distant echoes that seem to suggest movement, though no one dares to venture too far. The ice caves feed the imagination, a frozen underground world silent and secret, concealing objects and life forms humanity may never fully comprehend. Whether myth, misinterpretation, or reality, the idea of alien hangars beneath the ice underscores Antarctica's reputation as a continent where the line between science, conspiracy, and the impossible blurs beneath a frozen sky.
For decades, scientists and explorers in Antarctica have reported mysterious lights dancing across the ice or hovering in the night sky, phenomena that defy conventional explanations. Some are glowing orbs, moving at impossible speeds. Others appear as streaks or pulsating shapes above remote research stations and frozen landscapes. Witnesses often describe the lights as intelligent or purposeful, moving with sudden precision or hovering silently for extended periods. At times, the lights appear to interact with the environment, illuminating ice formations, casting eerie shadows, or coinciding with unexplained electromagnetic disturbances. While some researchers suggest atmospheric phenomena, auroras, or equipment malfunctions, others speculate that these lights could signal extraterrestrial activity, secret military experiments, or even the presence of hidden technologies beneath the ice. Some sightings occur near subglacial lakes,
blacked-out satellite zones or alleged alien hangars, adding to the aura of mystery. For those present, the effect is uncanny. The frozen silence of Antarctica combined with these inexplicable lights evokes both awe and fear, as if the continent itself were alive, observing intruders or signaling secrets yet to be uncovered. In the world's coldest and most isolated environment, these lights serve as a haunting reminder that some mysteries refuse to be explained, lingering just beyond human comprehension.
In Antarctica, scientists studying the cosmos made an extraordinary discovery: impossible neutrino signals detected by the AMITA, Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna Experiment. These signals appeared as ultra-high-energy particles arriving from angles that should be physically impossible, seemingly defying the known laws of physics. The AMITA balloon, floating high above the ice, recorded brief bursts of energy coming from deep within Earth's crust, as if neutrinos were emerging upward through the planet, something standard physics says cannot happen. The mystery has sparked debates, with theories ranging from unknown cosmic phenomena to quantum anomalies to hints of extraterrestrial technology interacting with Earth. What makes it even more intriguing is the location. The signals were consistently detected over remote Antarctic regions where no natural or human-made sources should exist. Scientists continue to puzzle over how particles could achieve such extreme energy and directionality, with some suggesting that the frozen continent itself could be interacting with cosmic forces in ways never before observed. The AMITA signals remain unexplained, a ghostly whisper from the universe caught over the silent frozen expanse of Antarctica. They remind us that even in a place as thoroughly studied as the southern continent, the unknown still pulses beneath the ice, hinting at forces or phenomena humanity may barely begin to understand.
Buried deep within a cubic kilometer of Antarctic ice, the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory listens for the faintest whispers of the cosmos. Designed to detect neutrinos from distant galaxies and exploding stars, IceCube has captured signals that challenge everything scientists thought they knew. Among the ordinary cosmic readings, researchers have identified anomalous events, particles behaving in ways that seem impossible, sometimes arriving from angles that should be blocked by Earth itself, or producing energy levels far beyond predictions. Some of the patterns appear periodic or coordinated, almost like messages encoded in the universe's particle streams. Speculation runs wild. Are these signals hints of unknown astrophysical phenomena, dark matter interactions, or evidence of intelligence beyond our planet? Some even suggest that Antarctica's unique magnetic environment, subglacial lakes, or hidden structures could be influencing particle behavior, creating data that seem to defy the laws of physics. For scientists, the ice cube anomalies are both thrilling and unnerving, a reminder that beneath kilometers of ice, humanity is eavesdropping on a universe far stranger than we imagined. Each unexplained blip, each ghostly signal hints that Antarctica is not just a frozen wasteland, but a cosmic listening post at the edge of discovery, where the line between known science and the inexplicable blurs into pure mystery.
Lake Vostok, one of Antarctica's most secretive subglacial lakes, has long fascinated scientists. And now, according to reports, sudden military activity has sparked global curiosity. Satellite imagery and occasional eyewitness accounts suggest unusual helicopter flights, heavily armored vehicles, and temporary encampments near the lake's surface, far beyond typical research operations. Some theorists speculate that these operations are related to subglacial discoveries, anomalous formations, unusual magnetic readings, or even signs of alien or prehistoric technology beneath the ice.
Others suggest that sensitive scientific instruments may have detected something extraordinary, prompting a rapid military response to secure the area. The activity is fleeting but intense. Satellite images show temporary clearings, equipment being transported under strict secrecy, and unexplained energy surges recorded in the vicinity. Observers note that communications are often jammed, and research teams nearby report restricted access and unusual security measures. Lake Vostok, already a natural marvel, isolated for millions of years, becomes even more enigmatic when human forces intervene. The sudden military presence hints at hidden knowledge, whether scientific, technological, or otherwise, that some organizations are determined to control, leaving the world to wonder what truly lies beneath the ice of Antarctica's most mysterious lake.
Over the years, rumors have circulated that NASA holds classified documents revealing anomalies in Antarctica, images, radar scans, and satellite data that the public has never seen. These so-called documents allegedly include evidence of unusual structures, strange energy readings, and even potential signs of non-human activity beneath the ice. Whistleblowers claim that certain regions were redacted from maps, satellite imagery was censored, and research data mysteriously vanished or became unavailable without explanation. The documents are said to contain highly technical information on magnetic anomalies, subglacial formations, and unidentified flying objects, along with cryptic notes suggesting extraordinary discoveries that defy conventional science. Skeptics argue these are exaggerations, but the persistence of such rumors, combined with blacked-out satellite zones, strange sonar readings, and mysterious lights, keeps the legend alive. The idea that a major space agency might be withholding Antarctic secrets adds another layer to the continent's mystique, fueling speculation that the frozen South holds knowledge humanity is not yet ready to uncover. Whether real or fabricated, the notion of hidden NASA anomaly files reinforces Antarctica's reputation as a land of extreme secrecy, a place where scientific curiosity collides with mystery and where the truth may be stranger than fiction.
Antarctica, the frozen frontier, is said to host visitors unlike any other. The world's elite, popes, presidents, and billionaire magnates traveling in secret to the southernmost continent. According to whispers and unconfirmed reports, these high-profile figures are ferried to hidden bases, subglacial facilities, or even underground complexes inaccessible to ordinary humans. The purpose of these visits is unknown, fueling speculation. Some suggest scientific collaboration on advanced technologies. Others hint at private exploration of alien or ancient discoveries. And a few go as far as proposing secret gatherings to witness phenomena hidden from public view. Satellite blackouts and sudden flight paths lend a chilling plausibility to the rumors, with temporary encampments and unusual military presence frequently cited as signs of elite activity. Observers report that these visits are fleeting but highly organized, involving precision logistics, airspace restrictions, and mysterious security measures. The secrecy surrounding such expeditions suggests Antarctica is not merely a place for science. It is a playground of the powerful, a vault for humanity's most guarded mysteries, and perhaps a site where knowledge, technology, or even extraterrestrial encounters are kept from the wider world. The notion of elites venturing into the frozen South adds a human layer to Antarctica's enigma, a land where the extraordinary is reserved not just for the brave, but for the privileged few who dare or are allowed
to enter its icy depths.
Among the most extreme and sensational Antarctic theories are the so-called Flat Earth Final Experiment Expeditions. According to proponents, secret groups venture to the southernmost continent to test the boundaries of the Earth, seeking proof that the planet is not a globe but a vast ice-encircled plain. These expeditions are said to travel to the remote edges of Antarctica, areas forbidden to ordinary explorers and closely monitored by mysterious authorities. Participants reportedly use advanced instruments, satellite interference, and precise measurements in an attempt to detect anomalies, distortions, horizon discrepancies, or invisible barriers that could challenge mainstream science. Some conspiracy theorists claim these experiments are intentionally obscured, with flights, drones, and satellite images manipulated to keep the true shape of the continent hidden. Others suggest the experiments are merely cover stories for secret missions investigating subglacial bases, alien technology, or other forbidden phenomena. Whether absurd or partially true, the Flat Earth expeditions underscore a fundamental truth about Antarctica. It is a land where the unknown thrives, where secrecy reigns, and where human curiosity pushes into extremes, blending science, myth, and conspiracy into one frozen, enigmatic frontier.
The icy waters surrounding Antarctica hide countless maritime mysteries, but few are as haunting as the story of the Lady Jenny, a ghost ship said to wander the southern seas. According to legend, this vessel vanished under mysterious circumstances, its crew disappearing without a trace, leaving the ship adrift and intact, a phantom of the Antarctic waters. Witnesses describe seeing the Lady Jenny emerge from fog or ice fog, sails tattered yet eerily full, gliding silently across frozen waves. Some report strange lights aboard, flickering in the dead of night, and a low, haunting hum, as if the ship itself were alive. Attempts to approach the vessel often fail, instruments malfunction, compasses spin wildly, and extreme cold seems to radiate from the ship, freezing any water nearby. Maritime historians and explorers speculate about possible causes, ice entrapment, mutiny, or supernatural phenomena, but no definitive explanation exists. The Lady Jenny has become a symbol of Antarctica's uncharted, perilous waters, reminding sailors and explorers that the frozen seas hold dangers both natural and inexplicable. For those who claim to have seen it, the Lady Jenny is more than a ship. It is a specter of the southern oceans, drifting silently through Antarctic night, a haunting reminder that in these remote waters, not everything that sails is alive, and not everything lost is gone.
Bouvet Island, one of the most remote islands on Earth, has long been shrouded in mystery. In one chilling incident, a lifeboat was discovered drifting near the island, perfectly intact, but its crew had vanished without a trace. The boat contained supplies, equipment, and personal belongings, yet no footprints, no signs of struggle, and no indication of where its occupants could have gone. Explorers who stumbled upon the scene describe a surreal silence, as if the surrounding ocean itself were holding its breath. Some claim faint traces of footprints in the ice leading nowhere, abruptly disappearing into thin air. Others report strange weather patterns, sudden fog, intense winds, and temperature drops that make the area almost unapproachable. Theories abound: rogue waves, secretive abductions, or even supernatural intervention. Bouvet Island's isolation, combined with its harsh climate and the eerie state of the lifeboat, makes the story almost impossible to verify, yet it continues to capture imaginations worldwide. The incident serves as a chilling reminder: Antarctica and its surrounding waters are a realm where nature, isolation,
and mystery collide, and where even the most ordinary human activity, like a voyage or rescue mission, can vanish into the frozen, unforgiving expanse, leaving only unanswered questions behind.
For centuries, whalers navigating the frigid waters of Antarctica have whispered about ghost ships, vessels that appear suddenly out of fog or storm, only to vanish without a trace. These tales were often shared around warming fires on long nights at sea, recounting encounters with ships that seemed alive with an otherworldly presence. The stories are chilling. Some whalers reported seeing sails torn, but moving as if powered by an unseen hand, lanterns flickering with strange colors, or shadowy figures glimpsed on deck that disappeared when approached. Others claim the ghost ships would silently mimic the movements of real vessels, leading sailors astray into treacherous ice fields or whirlpools. Many of these legends overlap with actual maritime disasters, fueling speculation that some ships never truly sank, but somehow continue to drift, caught in a liminal space between life and death, guided by the icy currents and mysterious forces of the southern oceans. The ghost ship legends from whalers serve as a haunting reminder. Antarctica seas are unforgiving, unpredictable, and steeped in mystery. Even experienced sailors, masters of the waves, could find themselves humbled by phenomena that defy explanation, encountering remnants of the past that refuse to stay buried beneath ice and water.
Antarctica's vast frozen expanses have long been the scene of planes disappearing without a trace. Several aircraft, from research planes to supply flights, are reported to have gone down, yet in many cases no wreckage was ever found, despite extensive searches. Eyewitnesses sometimes report faint radio transmissions or strange radar anomalies before the disappearances, suggesting that some unseen force or environmental quirk intervened. Harsh weather, magnetic disturbances, and treacherous ice can explain some incidents, but not all. In certain cases, pilots' last recorded positions are in regions already under mysterious observation, blacked-out satellite zones, or near alleged subglacial anomalies. The phenomenon fuels speculation. Could these planes have fallen victim to extreme weather, alien interference, or secret military operations? Some theorists link the crashes to hidden installations beneath the ice or even to the supposed ghost ships of the sky, airborne analogs of maritime mysteries. For the world above, these disappearances remain an unsolved enigma. They remind us that Antarctica is not just a frozen desert, it is a perilous frontier where both nature and the unknown conspire to make human exploration fraught with risk, and where the ice keeps its secrets locked tight, sometimes swallowing entire aircraft without a trace.
The waters surrounding Antarctica are infamous for their treacherous conditions, but some supply ships vanish without explanation, leaving nothing behind. Entire crews, cargo, and vessels are reported missing, often in regions where weather, ice, or currents cannot fully account for their disappearance. Survivors of nearby missions describe sudden fogs, disorienting ice formations, and waters that seem to shift unnaturally, currents and whirlpools appearing in seconds, swallowing anything in their path. Some radar operators report strange readings, suggesting objects or forces moving the ships off course before they vanish. Legends among explorers speak of ghostly silhouettes of ships in the distance, only to disappear as soon as they are approached, hinting at the idea that some vanishing ships are caught between the natural and the supernatural. Others speculate secret military operations or hidden bases may play a role, ensuring that certain vessels are never recovered. The phenomenon serves as a chilling reminder. Antarctica is a place of extremes, where even the strongest ships are vulnerable, and where human presence is temporary against the forces, known and unknown, lurking beneath the ice and in the shadowy Southern Ocean.
Beneath the icy waters of Antarctica lies submarine canyons so deep and treacherous that sailors and scientists have dubbed them the Canyons of Death. These hidden chasms plunge thousands of meters below the ocean surface, creating underwater landscapes as dangerous and mysterious as the continent above. Strong, unpredictable currents race through these canyons, sweeping anything caught in their path into darkness. Submersibles navigating the region often report sudden drops, magnetic anomalies, and sonar distortions, making mapping these underwater labyrinths a dangerous challenge. Some researchers suggest that unusual acoustic signals and strange, unidentifiable shapes observed in the canyons hint at unknown life forms or even submerged structures. The Canyons of Death are more than just geological features. They are a natural barrier between humanity and the secrets hidden beneath the Antarctic ice. Ships, subs, and exploratory drones have all narrowly escaped disaster in these regions, reinforcing their ominous reputation. To those who study them, the canyons are a stark reminder that the ocean floor, especially under the southern ice, is a realm of darkness and mystery, where nature's extremes meet the unexplored unknown.
Antarctica's southern waters are home to bizarre vortex phenomena, whirling columns of water that appear suddenly, spinning with immense power and vanishing just as quickly. Sailors and researchers have reported encountering these whirlpools in regions previously considered safe, sometimes forming without any storm or visible cause. Eyewitnesses describe waters spiraling in impossible patterns, creating suction strong enough to pull ships, debris, or ice chunks into the depths. Instruments often fail when near these vortices. Compasses spin wildly, GPS signals glitch, and sonar readings become distorted, suggesting forces at work that defy conventional understanding. Some theorists suggest these phenomena are linked to underwater topography, strong currents, or geothermal activity. Others, however, propose more mysterious explanations: portals to hidden subglacial lakes, entrances to submerged alien bases, or even connections to the so-called Hollow Earth. The sudden appearance and disappearance of the vortices, combined with their destructive power, fuels a sense of awe and fear among those who witness them. In the cold, unforgiving seas of Antarctica, these strange vortex phenomena are a vivid reminder that the ocean conceals dangers beyond human comprehension, remnants of the unknown that lurk beneath the ice, waiting for the unwary to drift too close.
Across Antarctica's endless white expanse, explorers and satellite imagery have revealed ice formations that appear unnervingly artificial. Geometric shapes, symmetrical ridges, and towering structures seemingly carved with purpose. Some formations resemble pyramids, domes, or even sprawling complexes, leading to speculation about ancient civilizations, alien construction, or hidden human activity. The formations often vanish with perspective or weather conditions, appearing only under certain light angles or after snow shifts, yet some persist over years, seemingly defying natural glacial movement and erosion. Satellite images occasionally capture shadows or outlines that heighten the illusion of deliberate construction, fueling intense debate among scientists, adventurers, and conspiracy theorists alike. Many dismiss these sightings as optical illusions, natural ice folds, or wind-shaped snow. However, the uncanny precision of certain structures,
combined with their occurrence near blacked-out satellite zones and subglacial anomalies, adds an air of mystery. Could Antarctica conceal remnants of a forgotten civilization, extraterrestrial installations, or hidden scientific phenomena? These mysterious ice formations remind observers that Antarctica is a land where the line between natural wonder and hidden secrets blurs, and where the frozen continent may guard stories that humans are only beginning to glimpse.
Above Antarctica, observers have reported dark, swirling spirals in the sky, sometimes accompanied by eerie lights or sudden atmospheric disturbances. NASA satellites have captured images of these formations, nicknamed ghost clouds, that appear over isolated regions of the continent, vanishing as quickly as they materialize. The phenomena are unlike typical cloud formations. The spirals twist with precision, sometimes extending hundreds of kilometers, and move against prevailing winds. Instruments in the area occasionally record strange electromagnetic activity, temperature anomalies, or brief signal interruptions, suggesting forces beyond conventional meteorology. Speculation ranges from high-altitude experimental technology, secret military operations, or unknown atmospheric physics, to more fantastical theories, portals, energy manipulation, or signals from hidden subglacial bases. Regardless of origin, the sight of these ghostly spirals has unnerved scientists and explorers, prompting questions about the hidden dynamics of Antarctica's skies. For those witnessing them firsthand, the spirals evoke a sense of the uncanny, a reminder that even above the frozen continent, mystery reigns, and the heavens may conceal secrets as cryptic and unyielding as the ice below.
Antarctica, the frozen southmost continent, stands as the ultimate frontier of mystery, secrecy, and unexplained phenomena. Across ice, water, and sky, countless anomalies, blacked-out satellite zones, subglacial lakes, strange life forms, UFO sightings, ghost ships, and inexplicable atmospheric events paint a picture of a land that humanity barely understands. Many believe that Antarctica is the stage for the greatest cover-up in human history. Governments, military organizations, and elite entities may have hidden discoveries too shocking, too powerful, or too dangerous for the public. From alleged alien bases and ancient ruins beneath the ice to high-tech craft and forbidden experiments, the continent could conceal knowledge that would reshape our understanding of history, science, and life itself. Explorers, scientists, and whistleblowers all hint at secrets carefully guarded by isolation, extreme weather, and human enforcement. Satellite imagery is obscured, research zones are restricted, and reports are often silenced or dismissed. Yet every sighting, anomaly, and disappearance adds to the sense that Antarctica is more than frozen land. It is a vault of the unimaginable, a place where the lines between science, conspiracy, and legend blur into one icy enigma. As the world watches, Antarctica remains untamed, remote, and silent, but beneath its ice and in its waters, secrets await discovery, threatening to challenge everything we think we know about our planet, our history, and our place in the universe. For those daring enough to explore it, the frozen continent is not just a land of extremes, it is a mirror reflecting humanity's curiosity, fear, and the eternal quest to uncover the hidden truths of our world.